Sports Encyclopedia. USD Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB Show.
Yes, it is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hats and your work boots. It is big boy time today, so pull up your big boy pants. Noel Mazzoni joins us. We're going to break down some Lamar Jackson film. I just got it hot off the press. Shout out to DV Sport. Plus, we got some Josh Allen film, some Matthew Stafford film, and some Jaden Daniels film from the playoff games this past weekend. Got it all. We're live in the building. Coach Noel Mazzoni, Coach Fred will join us. We're going to break down all things football with Big Smitty. So let's dive into it. Strap up your hard hats, band, because it's the realest show on planet Earth, powered by BetUS. So head on over to BetUS today. Use our promo code Coach JB. We got a loaded show. Did Big Ben Johnson fuck the Lions? Are the Lions now the Cubs? No. Ben Johnson actually waited longer than most to take a head job and was pretty loyal, all things considering, in today's instant gratification world we live in. He wanted to learn how to be a head coach one more year in Detroit. He gave MCDC another one and thought that was a big time. I thought it was a big time move for his maturation process, as he will now become somebody that we'll never hear from ever again. As he goes on to Chicago to deal with Caleb Williams. Detroit, however, will lose Aaron Glenn as well and have to start all over with new coordinators, new verbiage, and the internal rebuild begins today. But maybe, just maybe, it's not any of that, and it's the quarterback. But what do I know? Let's bring in my main man, Far East Sider, 317, Naptown legend, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, and AR5 defending, Caitlin Clark jocking. Our main man, Big Smitty. Welcome him in.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We got Sugar on the rim, please. We got... You can hear me, homie. Stop. You lying.
Can't hear you.
Yes, you can. JB soft as fuck.
Bailey, you got him?
JB's a punk.
I can't hear shit.
Me and JB got to fight. I will whoop his ass. This is my show. This is the Big Smitty Show with Coach JB. You can hear me? Jason.
Bailey's what?
Jason.
What?
Jason, check. Y'all hear me, homie? Well, the chat can hear me, man. I got Joe Accord, I got Jesse J, I got Buster Rich, I got Dan, I got Mark Whitehouse, I got Amelia Rodriguez, I got everybody else. If JB can't hear me, I know the chat can hear me, and we hear live middle of the week. It's hump day. What's going on, y'all?
Talk white.
Hey, Jason. This is Darnell. How are you?
I hear you. Let's go. Let's get it going. Now I hear you. I can hear you. God damn. Now I hear you. There we go.
Sorry about that, Jason. I apologize.
Why you what's this type? You typing a big old message in the back, homie?
It's me and Bailey just arguing. No, don't worry about that. Me and Bailey, we always argue throughout the show behind the scenes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Keeps
my fire going throughout the show when I just argue with him behind the scenes. Pisses me off a little bit. How you doing though, Jason, man? I ain't seen you in a long time, man. Like, how was your night, man? How was your morning? Did you sleep well, man? Just give me your full just last 24 hours.
Horrible day. Slept like shit.
Damn. I'm gonna pray for you, homie. Matter of fact, bow your head, Lord God. Just pray that today's a better day for my co-host and my friend Jason Brown. I pray that he's able to get the rest that he needs in order to be at his peak position, his best version of himself. I pray that he's able to use his own gifts to bless others in some way. Whoever comes across Jason, that he will use his natural gifts to bless them. I pray that you just continue to be a part of his life, something that Jason looks at and helps guide him. And also ask you please forgive him for his shortcomings that he will make today. And we just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for connecting us together. We pray for this show that it continues to grow. And that's all I got for you, God. We love you. We thank you. Just name pray, amen. There you go, Jason. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Be real. You sleep better at night now?
What you mean?
Can you sleep better at night now knowing what's going on?
I sleep horrible, bro. Like, a lot of my homies getting fired at federal jobs, getting let go. A lot of my other homies getting deported. So like I can say I'm not sleeping better.
What is that? Because the DEI shit got cut out?
Yeah, they got cut out. So a lot of my direct homies just lost their jobs, can't take care of their houses and their families, stuff like that. Trying to figure stuff out with that. I got a few Mexican homies out here who they came over here to take care of their families years ago. They're not here for a minute, grind, they got everything secure. Now they're getting sent back. So, I get everybody got different opinions on this, cool, but those are some of my personal friends, and cover your face on me. Those are some of my personal friends. So seeing them having to lose everything they built and go back, it's kind of like damn, So it's unfortunate, but nothing we can do.
You're not sleeping better though, like knowing they got the Hamas and shit to be taken out of here. Like I sleep like a baby now because I'm like damn. I don't even got to hold the strap no more right here like I did because there was those cats was around and they was coming in and out.
No, homie. You know what's crazy? That's the narrative that y'all push. You were sleeping like a fucking baby, homie, snoring. Motherfucker, I was at your crib, man, motherfucker. That you was in the floor, knocked out, drunk, sleep, knocked out, comfortable as hell when Biden was in office, homie. Like, stop, bro. Stop. All the narrative. I get you like one side on the other side, but let's not push false information. You've been sleeping like a baby for years.
You should sleep better though. You should sleep better though.
You don't fear nobody, homie. You don't fear Jason. I know don't fear nothing or nobody, no matter who's in office.
I really don't.
I don't make you sleep better, homie. Pause.
I could give a fuck less.
Exactly.
Because the same cat entering the house is going to get shot the same way.
Thank you. So that's the fucking Jason I know. That's the Jason.
It's more likely to be a hood cat now than it is a Hamas.
You don't matter.
But anyway, it's funny. They got rid of that Hamas cat. That remember we used to clown.
Which one?
The well-spoken one. The one for it's crazy. Trump didn't keep him. And remember they hired
Vivek.
Yeah, he out of there.
He was supporting Trump.
I know, but Trump said, nah, something happened with that motherfucker. I don't know what happened. I haven't looked into it. I really don't look into politics after the election's over. I don't get it. But that motherfucker was Hamas, remember?
I mean, that's what you said. Yes, that was your thing. I never said that.
But I'm saying it's funny how that shit worked, huh?
Hey, our show's so big now that I really gotta make sure I say shit like that because motherfuckers will clip shit off and they're like, damn, Smitty think the same shit. I'm like, no. So if y'all cut this, I never said that. That's Jason's thoughts.
Hey, you said you was out at 2 a.m. Was your wife with you?
When?
think it was your birthday or something. You said you was in the hood 2 a.m, and somebody came up to you and talked about.
Yeah. That was Friday. So that was the first night. I went to Cigar Lounge.
Was you that late at night?
Wife was not with me, but she was aware of where I was at, has my location. So I went to some after-hour joint, and dude, it was like a hood spot. It was like one of them hood parties. It was like a ducked off, windows covered up, whatever. But he walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm a big fan of yours." He said, "What's up, Big Smitty? I'm a big fan of yours. I watch the show every morning, man." I was like, "Appreciate it." Shook his hand, kept it pushing. Right hand, swear to God, right hand to God, he said that.
Brother?
Yeah. Yep. I didn't ask for his name and stuff, but right hand to God, he said that.
We got a lot of brothers that support the show.
So if you're watching the show right now, I didn't get your name, man. Appreciate your love and your support.
A lot of right-wing brothers support the show.
Why you saying that, Jazzy? My wife was with me the next 2 days. Saturday went to Cosm.
Only take one day.
Got a section. Got a little after. Went to a speakeasy. Went to the strip club together. Went to the strip club with my wife, and then Sunday we had dinner. What are we talking about?
You what?
Went to the strip club with my wife. Had a good time, and then had dinner on my birthday on Sunday. My wife's a real one. She ain't with all that weird shit. My wife's a real one from Detroit, 7 Mile. Like she don't bullshit. She'll beat anybody ass in this chat, women wise, of course. Respectfully, like she's not with all that bullshit. So.
I don't think so.
All right. All right. Wife is crazy. I love it.
You don't
Let's
love
keep
it.
so pushing, homie. What we got next?
You don't love it though.
Betty made a beautiful rundown. Was up all night, fucking just sweating and.
I don't look at the rundown. So Smitty, let's dive into the quote of the day, powered by BetUS, and then get to the poll question that so eloquently is stated on the thumbnail. Bailey should have put like F and then put like that weird little thing, and then a D in it with a D. You know those little when you can't cuss.
Is it asterisk?
I don't know what it is. Isn't it like a little like an upside down? I don't know. I don't know shit about it.
He did that. He did the asterisk.
I don't know what the asterisk had to do with it. What does asterisk do?
The same thing you're talking about. It just shows you like I can't say this word on the thing.
I've seen the ones where it's like F and then it's like maybe like a dollar sign or something, and then it has like one of them screaming faces, and then it has like
all that though. We keep ourselves simple. We keep ourselves simple, straightforward.
Yeah.
Clean.
We need better. I need better next time. Let's dive into the show.
Man.
Let's dive into the show. It's quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Head on over there today. Use the promo code CoachJB. Smitty, remember it's your road. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you.
I love that right there. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. I like that right there. They can walk with you, chat. Can't walk it for you.
At the end of the day, it's your road, Smitty. At the end of the day, it's your road. I'm saying. A lot of people think it's their road, but it's your road at the end of the day. And they walk next to you. They can walk behind you, but no one can walk it for you. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there to use the promo code CoachJB. Smitty, to find the light, you have to walk through the dark.
Ooh-wee. Man, that's a bar. And that's my life. That's my life. I had so much darkness in my life before I got to this point. But you got to just keep going.
You found the light. You found the light, homie.
You actually look kind of dark a little bit.
But you found the light. You went through dark.
Uh-huh.
Naptown and shit. And then
the dark, going through the hood,
found me.
fast food, Aldi's, all that shit, food stamps. The light was kind of LA and Fox though. Honestly, if I'm being real, that's the light.
The light because it was on fire. You found the white. You found the white.
And then you added like a little. You dim my light a little bit, homie. The more I think about it. You dim my light, homie.
I do that to people. You gotta be very strong-minded, cat, to fuck with me. You gotta be very strong-minded, cat, because I could like cripple. I could bend and break your whole like mental fortitude. Like I do that to a lot of people. They don't like it, but
don't brag about that though. I mean, that's not a good thing. Don't brag about it. You're 55 years old. Like, why are you still doing that?
I think it's a good thing because I created a lot of tough skin. A lot of people made it through, and then they thank me today.
Like who? Name 5 people right now that thank you today.
Alan in the chat.
You always say him. He don't count.
Ruben
don't like you, he said.
I'm trying to think 5 guys you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you fucking struggling.
No. I'm just naming guys you know so I can act like I don't.
I know everybody.
Yeah, you don't know anybody. Nobody knows you, though. That's the difference. I don't know anybody. They all know me. There's a huge difference. I used to tell my coaches that. Real shit, I used to tell my coaches that. They're like, you know Coach Saban, Coach? No. He knows me, though. I go, I don't want to know them. They need to know who you are.
Right.
I try to tell that to all of my assistant coaches, and they're all looking around like, damn. I go, yeah, you know why they know me? Because I got classes. I got grades. I had the best players in America. They needed me. I didn't need them. They need to find out who Darnell Smith is now.
It's a fact. Well, they're going to get to know me today on this show. And one of the guys, when the member said, can we just get down to brass tacks? So
brass tacks is whole question, are the Lions cooked? That's brass tacks. Are the Lions cooked? And when you take them out of the skillet, Smitty, after we put them in there, we flip them, and then we caught them, would they be a Cub?
I'm going to say the Lions are not cooked. The Lions are kind of like, when you got some chicken, you wash it.
You'll defend everything. So we know you were going to be positive.
Wash the chicken, you season it up. You want to bake it. You put it in the oven. So it's been in the oven. It's on 400, but it's only been in the oven for like 10 minutes. So it's not done. Like it's been through the rigor. It's a little burnt on the edges a little bit. It's starting to be slightly going in that direction, but it ain't fully cooked. The Lions still have their core. They still have their offense. They still have their leader and Dan Campbell. That team goes as Dan Campbell goes. Every team loses coaches after a good season, right? Or a bad season. You lose coaches every single year. I feel confident Dan Campbell will find coaches that fits the identity that he's trying to bring or that he's already brought for that team, and they will get healthy in the offseason, and they will be right back in the mix, being a 12 to 14 team, a win team, and they'll still have a chance. The Lions are not cooked, Tom. When you say cooked, that means like they're done. They're through. It's over. If you think that right now, you're insane.
I think you've seen the last of this Detroit Lions. I think they're going to become the old Lions again.
So like 8 wins.
I think this is it. Here's why. The window is very, very tight in NFL. Very tight.
Like a virgin.
You already talked about it. You talk about it all the time. That only one can win it a year, Smitty. One can win it a year, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The Niners window came and gone. Y'all thought they were the best thing since sliced bread. Fucking the Niners, guess what? Niners are cooked. They're done. Sorry to tell you guys. They're done. They've been done. The head coach is not fit for that thing. It's over. He's an OC. He needs to go be an OC. Number one. Number two, they have a bus rider. The same thing as the Lions. They have a bus rider. Remember, guys that win usually are bus drivers at the quarterback position. And I'm just going to be honest. The guys that are the bus riders are guys dependent on their team to win. Bus drivers, the team depends on them. There's a huge difference. So let me be clear right there because, Paris, cut that because I don't know what I said and I forgot it. I know it sounded tight. So bus riders depend on the team. The team depends on bus drivers, and that is what Matthew Stafford is and Mahomes is and the guys that have won Super Bowls in recent history, the Bradys, and all these guys that have won Super Bowls. Purdy's not one of those guys, and neither is Goff. There's a reason why McVay said, fuck it, let's roll the dice. I can't win with you. I can win with you when it doesn't matter, but I can't win with you when it matters most. And it continues to be proven over and over and over. But Smitty, you act like I haven't been saying this shit for 4 years. Remember, I'm Negative Nancy. But it's funny that all the Negative Nancy shit I've been saying is true. When you look 4 years later, though, and 2 years later, and 6 months later, and a year later, all the shit I've been saying is actually 1,000% been true this year.
So everything you said has been a fact.
You know what's funny? I want to see all the guys that have said I hurt their feelings because I talked about their fan base. Other than Kansas City, which I fucking troll the shit out of, if that's what you call it. Tell me a team that I've been wrong about. I'm gonna wait.
The Jets, the Chargers with Harbaugh being the first year. You've been wrong.
Wow.
Obviously the Chiefs, but I'm just throwing them in the mix. You said Chiefs were losing the first round, their first game. You're wrong about them.
No.
I'm talking about this season.
I'm not talking about predictions from a week ago, homie. I'm talking about overall. I said the Chargers were a playoff team with Harbaugh first year. What are you talking about?
No,
I'm confused. I'm confused.
I'm going to go back and cut that on me.
Confused. What you thought I said Harbaugh wasn't going?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I don't think you thought they were going to lose in the first round like that, though.
It's funny how you mentioned everything I just said the last 2 days. Can we talk about what I've said about Shanahan for a long time now and the Niners' whole roster and the Purdy and all that shit? Oh, is it not true? They didn't make playoffs.
I mean, you're wrong about Shanahan. Shanahan had a bad year, so now he's a horrible coach now. No, I'm going to stand on that fence.
No, I didn't say he's a horrible coach. I've been saying this about him for years. I've been saying the same shit about him for years, though. Anyway.
I'm gonna be real. I don't really listen to like what you say, so like I don't remember what you said a year ago. I don't remember what you said yesterday.
I know, but here's the thing: it's all been right. Just know that, and that's why that's why this is the best show on Planet Earth, and this is the realest show on Planet Earth because I'm right. You just kind of go with it. Everybody's like, here's here. The one that everybody comes for the context. So here's the thing: I got Cajun rub in my. I put a Cajun rub on in my mouth in the morning with coffee.
Really? Like, what's that do for you?
Metabolism increaser, clears your nasal sinuses, your passage, good for your palate.
Okay. See, I do a ginger shot in the morning for all those reasons, and then I get some sniffing powder. So like right before the show to wake me up and get me energized. So sometimes I see like powder residue. It's because I'm just sniffing that powder to get me up, get me going.
That lean?
Nah, it's that powder. They know what I'm talking about, but he's a weight room warrior. You know what I'm talking about.
I give all the girls that Cajun rub because it loosens their throat.
So you make them take the Cajun rub? Like, what if they don't want Cajun?
They don't get a chance. They don't get a choice. Let's go. We got
Jason Cosby. All right, keep going.
The Lions are cooked, dog. I seriously though, I'm gonna go with their cook. I don't think they're ever gonna be a serious contender. And I'd be honest, I don't know. I know all the Detroit Lion fan base is gonna come at me hard and heavy today. But listen, Jared Goff's the common denominator. You got a loaded roster on offense. You had a pretty damn good defense. Everyone battles injuries. I don't want to hear it. The Niners and the Rams can talk about injuries all day long. And end of the day, guess what? The Eagles have a few injuries right now. The Commanders have some. The Bills have some. It is what it is. So I don't want to hear that excuse. The Lions were as good as anybody. Everybody still thought they were the number one team in football. They were the 1 seed. Y'all cooked the Vikings where everybody thought the Vikings were going to get it. That was the only 2 losses the Vikings had. Like, let's be real, Smitty. Keep it funky. Don't fucking start all that shit. This is a Jared Goff common denominator problem. There's a reason why the Rams got rid of him, and you have to stop looking through all the other shit and making excuses. The Lions are cooked because of Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff. He's a great regular season quarterback, similar to Lamar Jackson, similar to a lot of these guys, but they can't get over the hump, and that's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. But we're not talking about skill set. I mean, we're talking about end result. It's the same thing, okay? By the way, Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl as Lamar.
All right, cool. You're right there. All right, so Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, right now, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud. Let's go through everybody. Justin Herbert. Let's go through everybody. Every other quarterback who ain't won a Super Bowl. They all on the same. No, he didn't win. In results, homie. In results.
I said he win.
In results.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
They all on vacation together. I don't give a fuck if you got there and lost. You lost. I don't give a fuck. That don't mean nothing to me, homie.
But we're talking about the Lions right now. Let's just stay on the Lions.
Well, leave the more name out of shit. He out the playoffs. He lost.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's your go-to. Like it's 1,000 quarterbacks, but you go to Lamar first. Joe Burrow didn't make the playoffs. I'll never hear his name. I never hear his name. Joe Burrow missed the playoffs again.
I've been talking about Joe Burrow for 2 years.
Say it more. I want to hear it more.
Why?
Because I haven't heard it in the year I've been on the show. I've been on the show for 2 years. I haven't heard his name once.
He's been to a Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but he lost. So
I know, but Lamar hasn't been to one yet.
It don't same results, homie. Is it in results or is it not in results?
No, I said you come on here talking about guys go to the Super Bowl all the time. There's guys that don't go. Lamar hasn't been to one yet. He hasn't even sniffed
homie.
yet.
I'm saying what you said. I'm a good listener. You said in results. So if I got to the championship and
we know for obvious reasons
around, I lost.
Yeah. We know for obvious reasons you'll take Lamar over anybody. We know for obvious reasons why you'll take Lamar over anybody. But don't sit here and tell me. Don't sit here and tell me you'll take Lamar over Joe Burrow in a big game. Because if you do, we know why.
I would.
Of course you will.
The Ravens beat Lamar owns Joe Burrow.
That's why you lose credibility. There's not one quarterback guy.
Burrow. It's a fact.
It don't matter about Owen. It don't matter about owning the team owning that team. It don't matter about that team owning that team. No quarterback guy other than a D lineman on this show would pick Burrow. Would put Burrow and not put him over your boy Lamar Jackson in a meaningful game. Not one quarterback guy I know.
I like my quarterback to get my team consistent to the playoffs. I don't like my quarterback to start the season 1-5, 1-6 every year. We make excuses of why.
The Bengals have
any great quarterbacks I know, whether their defense was good or not, never did that. Peyton Manning for years did not have good defenses. We always won 12, 13, 14 games in the playoffs, homie. Yeah, Allen, I said it, Allen. I said it, Allen.
Touch his brother, Allen.
No,
Touch his
Allen
brother.
is a JB. And listen, anybody connects to you, I don't trust. Anybody, if it was your player, your coaches, they're all connected to you. You fucking manipulated everybody's brain, whether it was fucking any of your friends, your players, your assistant coaches. I'll give you this. You're a good leader, JB. You know how to spit out bullshit and make
people
follow it.
Who has a better roster, Ravens or Bengals?
Excuse me?
Who has a better roster, Ravens or Bengals?
I think offensively the Bengals for sure. I say defensively, I guess the Ravens, but the Ravens have a good defense all year to the end of the season, so I don't really know. Like, that's an actual fact. They were one of the last ranked defense all year to the last 2 games of the season. That's an actual fact. You can look it up. Look it up. Fact the copy right now.
So the Bengals,
they got Jamar fucking Chase. They got T. Higgins. They got like.
I don't mean that.
Hats, homie. So
they've had 2 wideouts missing half the year.
They got triple crown.
You know what's funny? All the excuses today now are Zay Flowers didn't play. Joe Burrow didn't have fucking 2 wideouts for 8 weeks. It's fucking hilarious, homie.
What 2?
By the way.
No, what 2? No. Yeah, what 2 are you talking about?
Chase Higgins and fucking Jamar Chase.
So Chase is the triple crown. No. We'll stop right there. I'm gonna start fact checking you. So Chase is a triple crown winner, and he missed 8 weeks. He missed half the season.
No, I said either or. They were missing. Both of them would one would miss, the other one would miss. The other one came back, the other one missed. Is that not fact?
Zay Flowers was out in the biggest games.
Is that not fact? Is that not fact?
Zay Flowers out in the biggest games.
Zay Flowers missed the playoff game, and anyway now. Hold on, though.
I don't want to hear no excuse either side.
So the Bengals O-line is not a huge issue. It's better than the Ravens. You said the offense, homie.
Yeah,
the Bengals O-line? The Bengals O-lines are worse than football. How do you fucking build an offense around the worst O-line in football? The Bengals have the worst O-line in football, and you're comparing them to the Ravens with Derrick Henry?
I know a guy named Jason Brown who grew up and played football as quarterback and never had a good O-line. Didn't make no excuses. Got the ball out quicker and found a way to win games. That's the guy I know. So,
but I didn't have if you asked me the question, though, I would have told you no, our offense wasn't as good as Nebraska's. Like, that's what you don't get. I mean, just tell the truth, bro. It's all right.
You love
Smitty,
Joe Burrow, and I like Joe Burrow. My thing is keep
it. Every
excuse in the world. This man got drafted to a team with the most amazing weapons possible. He had Joe Mixon, Chase, T. Higgins. He had who's my man that left? The other receiver. Like, he had every weapon. We didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, Lamar didn't have shit. But Hollywood Brown, who we see is very mid at best, he's what Mahomes ain't doing shit. Even I know he was hurt, but he's healthy now. He ain't doing much. And we didn't give Lamar no passes. Burrow get all the passes every year. It's something. It's O-line. It's injuries. It's his coach. It's the weather. It's the temperature. It's the like damn. Like, you be consistent with everybody, homie. Make it with everybody.
Baby, he'll fact check me, but or factor cap me. I want to start making sure. I'm gonna do I got a hypocritical take. I'm gonna have a hypocritical meter come out.
Yeah.
Hypocrite. He just told me O-line and all this shit. JB, you said you can play O-line with no O-line. You just said that it doesn't matter about their O-line. It didn't matter.
You said
it didn't matter.
Right.
No, I'm hypocritical. I'm hypocritical checking you right now. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. because Burrow had the worst O-line in football and went to a Super Bowl. He got sacked fucking 9 times in. He got sacked more than anyone the year that they went to the Super Bowl. And that was only Burrow's second year in the league. But guess what? Now it matters.
It's old shit. It's like 4 years ago. What have you done for me lately, homie?
Exactly.
Playoffs.
Smitty, you got the rundown because
I actually don't. Let me go look. I ain't looked at it all morning. Let me go see.
So you got to control your emotions and get professional real quick.
All right, let me see. All right. I didn't see this. Damn.
What?
Ryan Clark versus Marcellus Wiley beef. Damn. I get straight to it. No. I saw the tweets. I'm saying I didn't look at the rundown, so I didn't know that this was gonna happen. So,
I had this like 2 years ago. I had Marcellus on the show. We were talking about this because this is right around the time Ryan and Marcellus were up at Fox doing a little thing, and you might remember it. I know you were behind the scenes at that time, but then that's the same. It was the same like day and subsequent days that Ryan Clark and I were into it, and then Marcellus chimed in, and it became a big Twitter thing. And then they saw each other since, like several times, like in person. Yeah. And Marcellus, he's just gonna go about his day, and then it's on the other guy to say if it's a beef or not.
Right.
Like, because
Marcellus never claimed to be like gangster hard. No. I'm saying Marcellus is soft at all. I'm saying Marcellus will tell you or tell me. I think even in his response to this, he said, "I'm not no gangster, but you definitely ain't no gangster." Like he was like, "So let's just stop faking it."
I know one has ties, and I know another has ties.
Right? No, of course. I'm not. Yeah, of course. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Here's the thing.
Marcellus is my guy. You know what I'm saying. I'm just saying he's not a guy who's trying to act tough. He's just gonna speak his mind. And you disagree, cool, but like let's keep it grown up. We're not trying to act like we about to go fight at 40-something years old and throw hands.
And I'm telling you right now, Ryan might be a hitter. He might have been a hitter at safety. He don't want to get into that hitter contest in a street fight. I gotta ask you, Smitty, here's the issue I see with this cat. And I love that Marcellus is calling this shit out because this cat, Ryan Clark, doesn't understand. He's toting a fine line, in my opinion. And I'm trying to be as honest and unbiased as possible because we're trying to do a real part of the show right now. And I'm gonna be honest, like this, he's toting a fine line when he discusses politics. Like we brought up politics. We never said we won it. We're a sports show, but we talk about all things. ESPN has stated before under Disney's globe that we're staying away from politics, blah, blah, blah. The last 2 or 3 years, they become super political in their takes, and it's all over certain guys that come on there and have opinions, strong ones at that. I think they're they're toting a fine line between Ryan Clark being political in some of his takes, and then, let's just be straight honest, having some real racially motivated opinions, and then comes out and goes at brothers who are kind of just telling the truth about everything in a total big, huge nutshell. Like, I don't know if I've said it right, but there's a fine line between Ryan Clark's political shit, him and super pro one way or the other, and then he comes out and has issues with a lot of prominent brothers out there in the business too, because of politics once again. I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do and what ESPN's going to do. I'm going to be honest. I don't see it ending well soon. And that's why it probably has the pivot and other things going. I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's sustainable the way he's doing this thing.
I thought Ryan Clark signed like a new big deal like a year ago though, like a big ass. It was like a public thing. He was negotiating. He got a big contract a year ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was only a 2-year deal, but it could be. But I don't know if it'll be. Like I'm saying though, like I don't think he'll ever make it to be like the big guy, like the face or the Stephen A or something. You know what I mean? Like not that he'll ever be Stephen A, but I mean like because he's close, he's getting big. But I'm saying
he's getting big for sure. Yeah.
Will he be that face? Will he be that face on ESPN that people will look at and say, all right, this is Ryan Clark. This is the guy. He does this segment and this segment because he's everywhere. He's on everything. He's at all these games. Got his own show. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting, but it's funny that nobody is like he's ruffling feathers with everybody besides his internal circle. So I'm trying to figure out, it doesn't matter, white, black, brown, green, yellow. It's like, what side? I guess he don't have a side. That's cool. But, like, he's toting the line, in my opinion. I think he's so gray area that he doesn't know which way to approach it. Like, which way is he? Like, what's he going to do? Me and him got into it over some football shit over a guy he disrespected, a legendary Louisiana football coach. And the shit he was saying then was just ridiculous, dog. And I was like, hell no, this motherfucker crazy. And that's why we got into it. But then Marcel got into it right after that. Now this tweet right here.
They've been beefing for years. I've seen Twitter stuff with them for years. I'm like, damn, like I didn't know the foundation of it. But yeah, like I said, I don't know Ryan Clark personally. My main thing with him is that I don't like this part of it. Like he goes to Twitter and talks with a certain language as if he's about to go fight you and like really meet up with you, but then at the same time he has like the platform like on the pivot where he tries to use that to almost like speak like positivity and
don't he cry and shit?
Like being mature and being leader. So it's a big hypocritical thing. And again, listen, we all hypocrites to some extent, but you got to be smarter than that, knowing that how big your platform is. You can't on one side be all this living right, doing right, boom, boom, boom. And then on the flip side, as soon as somebody disagree with you or makes you mad, you automatically go to like, we can meet him and talk about it. And again, let's be real. We know what he's trying to say. He's not really talking about let's meet and talk. And no. He's used language with Marcellus specifically, especially in the past, that's even stronger than this, where he's basically saying like we can fight. I think he might have actually literally said that in the past before and made it like directly clear. So for me, again, I don't know the man at all. I liked him on the field for the Steelers. I think a lot of stuff he does say on the pivot specific. I don't really watch ESPN, but on the pivot specifically, some of his interviews and stuff that I see, I'm like, yeah, I actually like some stuff he says. But it's just real hypocritical when then as soon as you get mad, you tap back into this. So then my question is, who's the real you? Is it this person right here who's like ready to fight and do all this, or are you the mature like black leader who's trying to like help us grow and do like I don't know what side he's on?
It's called fucking fake, Smitty. I don't. It's really not that hard.
Which side is fake?
He is overall. He's fake. That's what fake is. I'm the same Joe every day. I'm the same guy every day. So you can call me what you want and all the nobodies on. But I'm the same dude every single day. Like, other than an opinion on a topic or a subject that's brought up on that show, I walk the same walk every single day. Like, the quote of the day, the road is my road. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't change up for someone else or for something else. I'll be respectful for a guest on the show. I'll never I'm not the clout clickbait guy that wants to get a guy on a show to start a fight with that guy, unless it was something in the prime sexual thing that kid was talking shit, or if it's something like that. I'm talking about a regular guest. A lot of people bring guests on just to talk shit and degrade them and do some fake ass shit to get clicks. I'll never do that. That's not who I am. This guy is total overall. His DNA is fake. One day he's this, one day he's that. One day he does this, one day he does this. That's called fake. I don't, there's not another way about it. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I put on the tweet, Smitty, I commented, like, real recognizes real, Hub City in the house. And I just put LOL because we already know what this guy is. And then me and Marcellus talked, and it's funny, dog. Like, this guy continues to do this shit. I've seen him in person, homie, several times in Vegas and other things. He don't want that shit. He's totally different in person. Like, this motherfucker is walking around like it's social media. Like, I think you know what I'm saying? Like, social media is going to end up one day, unfortunately, getting one of these dudes touched. And I don't wish upon it. I don't wish it for anybody because I'm in that boat. Somebody will try to touch me one day. It is what it is. It's soft. I'm just telling you, though, I think people think social media is like its own thing, and you can't like really say nothing in person when you see them. You know what I'm saying? You mute it.
Oh, my fault. Yeah. And my thing is, like, I'm not, to your point, I'm not saying that I want him. I don't think he should fight. Like, it's stupid. You're
Right.
50 years old. You're popping. You're doing well. You're making good money. You got a family. Like, you got a lot of positive stuff going for you. So my only pushback is stop with this type of shit. Stop with this hard shit. I'm not saying don't defend yourself. I think Marcel.
Right? That's my thing. Like, yeah.
Marcel had a podcast, I think, where he was disagreeing or going at Ryan Clark. I didn't even listen to that podcast yet, so I don't know what Marcel's exact comments were. So I don't have a problem with Ryan Clark defending himself against someone. We all would do that. We've all done that. So cool. I'm cool with that. It's the language that you're using when it comes to Marcellus, as if you really want to stand 10 toes and go fight this man.
And that's why he said, it's funny, we just saw each other in this picture, and you weren't very talkative. Like, see, that's what I'm saying, though, Smitty, because we see these dudes in public at certain places all the time. Like they just saw each other at the Pump Brothers.
Right. But you know what's funny about that?
They were right here together.
What's funny about that last comment on Ryan Clark's tweet saying that Marcellus wasn't that talkative that day. Marcellus is not the one that's trying to promote fighting you. No. Yeah. No, I get you. We're on the same. I'm saying Marcel's not the one that's talking about let's meet up 10 toes. Like, he ain't doing that. He just saying I disagree with your take. This is my opinion. But Ryan Clark is the one that's pushing out this like energy of face to face and this and that. So if that's the case, and you see me in person, you step to me then. You the one that's talking about all this, that, and the fight. You come to me then. So we see each other in person. You did all that Twitter stuff, and you didn't say nothing to me. Don't go to Twitter and be like, you wasn't talkative that day. No, you're the one that's talking about you gonna stand 10 toes with me. Approach me, homie, and then we gonna see what's happening. That's how my mind goes.
I don't get it. Like, it is what it is. Like, Ryan Clark talks about somebody every day.
Right. They literally.
Regardless of
we
what
all do.
We all do. We all talk about somebody every day. We have a context and a topic. So if Marcellus now, that's his new job. Let's be honest. That's what his new job is. So he ain't coming out calling you a bitch and all this old shit. Marcellus don't do that. He just telling the storyline of what's going on. Marcellus usually has pretty damn good insight because he's been around all these places and knows all these people. So you pretty much know that he's credible in what he's saying every day on his show. So make sure you head on over to the Marcellus Wiley Show. I don't understand the fake rage, though. This shit is killing me, dog. Just keep it real. Be yourself every day. I'm the same person on this show as I am in person. Am I not?
Yeah, you are 100%.
I'm just saying, like, I don't understand. Marcellus
I am too. I always tell people I ain't never said I was a thug because I'm not. I ain't never been no gangster. I'm not. I've been around that type of stuff, and they went left, I went right my whole life. They smoking and drinking. I'm like, nah, I'm over here dripping my basketball. But at the same time, you're gonna respect me. So again, I'm cool with you clapping back and saying something. I'm not ever gonna say sit down and just fold and let another man talk about you. No, say something back, but just chill out. Like, you ain't about to go really fight nobody, homie.
Here's the real shit. Like, Marcellus is not whitewashed. He not a sellout. He not whatever y'all, Uncle Tom, whatever y'all want to say. He's not. I promise you, Marcellus is not that. But Marcellus doesn't bring race into every single discussion that he goes on his show about. I cannot say the same thing about Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark wants to bring in race, everything he talks about. That is his niche. That's what's made him so far so big, I guess. I guess that he has that following. But it's crazy how him and another brother are going at it for seemingly they do the same job. You go on the pivot. Every day you go on the pivot and you talk about XYZ. And then you're crying and your sad story and all this old shit. And you want sympathy from all these people. But then you go on the very next hour on Twitter and you're talking shit about Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee, and then you want us to and then you go out in public and you think you're untouchable? Come on, dog. Wake up, dog. Like, fuck, homie. This shit is unbelievable. I don't think anybody equates to that motherfucker. He's special. I don't know why and what happened since the playing days, but that's crazy. Because I know some other things too, and I'm just like, that shit crazy. But it is what it is.
Let's go to our next segment, man. It's time for our Bet US segment. Yeah. Bet US, man. Playoff edition, man. Rank these 4 QBs from 1 to 4. Jason Brown. Go to BetUS, use promo code Coach JB. Bet up to $2,000. Get 150% welcome bonus, protection, insurance, all that. But JB, rate these 4 QBs that we got left here in the playoffs. We got Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. How you ranking it?
As of right now in the playoffs, currently playing?
That's the 4 you see.
But I'm saying, is this from the season or what they've done in the last 2 games?
That's a good question, actually, though. That's a good question. Let's do overall. Let's do the whole season, everything. Let's do everything, Jason. Everything. Season, playoffs, everything.
No, you should have had it already. Now it's an invalid.
I'm not a producer. I didn't do this. So your beat. Take that with Bailey.
So say it again. We're gonna do what?
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. We got a new segment, y'all, brought to you by BetUS. Bet up to $2,000. Get 150% welcome bonus. You get insurance. You get protection. You get all that. But here we go, man. Rate these 4 QBs from 1 to 4. These are the last 4 QBs left in the playoffs. We're going to look at their entire regular season, their playoffs, put it all together, and rate these QBs 1 to 4. What do you got, JB? I'm going to go first because you pissed me off. Number 4, I'm going Jalen Hurts. Number 3, I'm going Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, I'm going Jaden Daniels. Number 1, I'm going Josh Allen. That's my order. It's the correct order when you think about the regular season, how they perform, think about the playoffs, the big-time performances. I thought Mahomes had a very average to below average year, but they're winning. I think Jalen Hurts has been very below average year, but they're winning. Josh Allen has had an MVP-type season, and they're winning. And Jaden Daniels has had not only an Offensive Rookie of the Year type performance, but an MVP-type season as well, and they're winning. So that's why I ranked them the way I did. But, Jason, what say you?
Darnell, here's the bottom line is, all those teams win because of the QB except for Philadelphia. They win in spite of him.
Damn.
So I'm just telling you, that's just a fact. And Mahomes is actually on the border of winning in spite of him as well. So I would have Jalen Hurts at last, and it's the same order. I mean, Jalen Hurts is last on there. Mahomes. Jaden and Josh, man, statistically are pretty close. Fuck, man. What Jaden's done in Washington, though, I would argue is the most impressive thing I've seen in years. CJ was very impressive last year getting that team to the playoffs. This year, this guy's about to play in a Super Bowl as a rookie, and a team that really wasn't even close to being a playoff contender. And now all of a sudden, these guys go and beat the Eagles. By the way, the team, when they beat the Eagles last game, everybody played except for the guys that were injured. I looked it up yesterday, and I was like, oh, shit. Other than Saquon, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh. So the momentum's real there. So,
but Saquon, I know we're saying other than Saquon, but that's the offense right now. So Saquon said now is a big deal.
That's my point. That's what the difference between a bus rider and a bus driver is at quarterback.
Right.
Jalen Hurts is clearly a bus rider, and he's winning. The team's winning in spite of Jalen Hurts, and that's crazy. And I don't think you can continue to do so. I get their team's really loaded, but I don't know if you can keep winning in spite of your quarterback. I just don't see it. But glad to see 2 California kids in this game in the Final Four. And it's crazy how we had 10 California QBs out of 17 teams or out of 16 teams or whatever. No, out of 14 teams. 10 out of 14 NFL quarterbacks in the playoffs were California quarterbacks.
California is a huge state, so I'm not surprised about that. But make sure I got to BetUS, man. Make sure you got to comment on this. Let us know how would you rank these 4 quarterbacks. Parents, if you can, chop that up, put a little instrumental underneath, and make the cleanest version of that. We did that a little choppy, so clean it up. Start with my good intro, lead into what I said, add JB, put the intro card with a little small instrumental underneath.
I didn't even pick my best guy.
Yes, you did.
I never picked the number 1 guy.
Who is it?
Too bad now. If I can do it, it's too late. Paris
No, it's not. Paris can edit it. So JB, I know you saying it's tough at the top. You got Jaden Daniels, you got
Paris is
Josh
cutting it.
Allen, you got Josh.
Paris is cutting it, so we'll see what I said, homie, because I didn't say the final guy.
JB. So we got Jaden Daniels, we got Josh Allen. Which one is officially your number one? Like, how do you rate those two?
Just because of the anomaly of it. I got Josh Allen is just because of the anomaly. I think he's going to beat the Chiefs. I think he'll be in the Super Bowl. And I think those two will play in the Super Bowl. But I think Josh Allen's done it for longer. And I'm going to go with Josh Allen. Jaden Daniels is having an unbelievable year. He's playing a turkey bowl every game, in the hood, in the street, don't give a fuck, having fun, just like the quarterback position is supposed to be played. And that's why I got him at 2. So it is what it is.
Thing is, Jaden, start off your fake saying.
I'm honest though. If we were talking strictly playoffs, Jaden was my number 1.
I hear you, but we're not. So if it was a fifth, we all be drunk. The thing is, you started the fake saying that your order was
glad. I'm good. I'm glad. You know, I'm good. I'm glad we're not talking just playoffs because I would have had to be real and pick Jaden. But now there's a white guy as my number 1. So
yeah, but I love to see 3 out of 4 of the guys black be brothers. One white dude. We're starting to slowly get to that. If Lamar would have beat Josh, we had 4 brothers in the fucking championship weekend. We'll get there. But anyway,
hey, by the way, JUCO product.
Speaking of brothers, though, man, it's time for some black people shit and white people shit. Brought to you by Winnable. Go to Winnable right now and follow our picks. We out there making money. All right, man. So Bailey, put up black people shit, bro. What we got? He got the Reese Cup.
Fuck. Why? Why, homie? Why?
And he got on Dubs, actually, and he got the Jello music playing in the back. And whoa. This is a banger right here. I kind of rock with it, low-key.
Of course you do.
What car is that, Jason? I know you're real good with cars. What is that?
Go back. Let me see. It could be a few. Let me see. Go back. Is that a Ford or is that a? It's not an Impala.
Vic. Maybe it's a Crown Vic.
Maybe, or it's a fucking. What is that shit?
Is that a Chevy?
It could be a Crown Vic. It could be a Ford. Fucking.
No, it could be that's a Chevy emblem in the back, right? Right there, Chevy.
It could be a Chevy Malibu. I don't know.
They got for the audio listeners, this guy is riding in like Reese Cup wrapped designed Chevy Malibu or Crown Vic, or we're not exactly sure what the car is, but it's
look like a Ford. Look like a Ford, and then it come back like it's got. I see a Chevy emblem.
I wonder do he got like real Reese Cups in the inside? Like I know how we get down. He probably do. Like just eating them.
Why you got a Chevy emblem on it though?
He probably went to the chop shop and got a Chevy back, but put it on a Ford body.
Those are Ford tail lights, though. I don't know.
I like it, homie. What we got for white people shit, though?
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Wonder Bread. Wait for it. It's coming. To the ending, baby. Yeah, cracking up.
You're good.
You know what? Since I heard the kid voice, I actually like this. He out here playing. I don't know if that's his father or his grandfather. So he's out here with the dogs, playing with his kid. So because of that, I actually like this. This is fun. I wouldn't call it this is.
You know where that is? You know where that is?
Where?
That's in Destin, Florida.
I heard it was in Alabama.
I heard it was Louisiana.
Well, somebody told me that was actually in Illinois.
Can we, real quick before I take a commercial break, shout out to everybody in Florida that has been blowing me up when the fire started in LA and said, y'all need to come to Florida. JB, you should have moved to Florida 4 years ago. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys for wanting me in your great state, a free state. I would never move to Florida because you guys have fucking the worst weather in America. You're sticky, hot as fuck year round. You got mosquitoes size of fucking ash. And you guys want me to go there when you have a hurricane that is catastrophic in every manner, every single year, you have a hurricane that literally wipes a city out of the state. But you want me there. Dear baby Jesus, let everybody know today we have fires all over California, and San Diego now is the next arsonist-ran city that's been starting fires by the Hamases and Vivics. But the bottom line is this. It's fucking 80 degrees today, and I'll be on the yacht, and Florida is in the snow. But what do I know? Thank you, Jesus. Your name. Amen. Smitty, it's 80 degrees here. Shout out to all the firefighters having to fight in this shit. Windy's fucking been windy as shit. The wind is unbelievable. But it's remember, it's a natural disaster because in 39-degree weather at night, we start fires, I guess, now. It's a new thing. Global warming.
Who said it's natural?
That's what they're saying. Every news channel. If you go read up, pull up a thing, it says California natural disaster.
But when I talk to real firefighters, they're telling me that no, people are starting fires.
Well, no shit. That so again. Now you're seeing how political agendas work.
Propaganda, homie, on both sides. Don't watch the news, Jason. Don't watch CNN or Fox News.
You guys in Florida, man, stay up. Keep warm. I'm going to roll up by the yacht. I'm going to take the yacht. I'm going to roll up to Destin, Florida, and see if I can get some snow on the yacht, homie. Fuck it. YOLO.
Hey, Jason, my hand getting bigger, homie.
Is it?
Yeah. It's growing. Like, it's crazy.
I got something to say about it. I think your head's getting smaller due to all the micro thinking, and your hand looks bigger.
Oh, is that what it is? We'll be back at 5.
Is that the one human on here with the football
is the
never had a football in their life. Never carried one, never threw one, never tackled one, never used one, don't have any.
A lot of people, and
that's the irony. That's the irony of that picture. That's the irony of that picture right there.
A lot of coaches didn't play. Yeah.
That's the irony of that picture.
Now, I'm gonna keep my eyes closely on this team all year.
They're 2-8.
And if their running back room is elite, we should give the running back coach props. And if the running back room is shitty, we should also judge the running back coach based upon that as well. But we should be a fair evaluation based upon the results. Nothing else should matter but the results. That's it.
Yeah. They went 2-8.
Nothing else, just results.
Let me ask you though. That's real conversation.
All right.
I got that job yesterday, and they told me, hey, you got to hire a DEI hire. And I said, we want you to hire Coach Fuller here. So let's say I hired them. I hired her, right? Boom. Darnell Smith, you are the number one running back in the Inland Empire, SoCal, and you didn't make it to the D1. You didn't qualify, and all the JUCOs are coming after you. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's reenact it.
Hey, what's up, Coach Brown? I know you guys got me out here to visit the campus. How you doing?
This is a phone call. Hey, what up? Hey, Darnell, what's going on, man? Hey, listen, my running back coach is on the way over to your house, and she's gonna do a home visit with you. She's gonna do a home visit with you and your mom and your dad. Okay? I know your dad.
I'm sorry not to cut you off, Coach. I said, what's his name? What's my running back coach name?
Coach Fuller.
Oh, okay, bet. Well, what type of car he driving up on, so I can know, like, you know, to expect?
She's gonna be in a Prius.
Okay, I'm just a little confused, Coach. Why do you keep saying she? I'm just confused.
Because the school, unfortunately, the school made me hire. I know you're the best running back in the country, and I gotta get my running back coach to get you. The school made me hire a female running back coach. So really good though. She's really good. She's gonna come over and do the home visit. Her name's Coach Fuller. She'll be there any minute.
Okay.
All right. So let me know how it goes.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Come in. How you doing? You Coach Fuller?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm
How you
doing
doing, Darnell?
Brown told me you were coming by. And, pleasure to meet you.
How you doing, Darnell? Man, we really want to get you on our campus. We really want to get you on a visit. And I think Coach Brown is really, really high on you. And I know you could tote the rock.
Okay.
You could tote the rock. I know you could tote the rock. You could tote the rock.
I appreciate
you
that.
Could tote the rock. I want you to hit. I want you to jump that.
Do you have?
What?
What type of experience do you have coaching the position?
Coaching the position. This is my first job.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gung-ho. I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
I'm a gung-ho go-getter now. And I'm going to get you from point A to point B, Darnell.
What scheme do you guys have there? Like, how do you I guess assume, how do you plan on using me?
I don't know the scheme yet because we just got the job. So Coach Brown's going to implement the offense. But I want to teach you how to be the best Darnell Smith possible.
How much NIL do you got?
I don't know about that. I know I'm a little white girl, okay? But I got to be able to recruit the brothers. Coach JB said, I got to recruit the brothers. So I know I'm kind of behind the eight ball, Darnell. Don't give me please don't tell Coach Brown that I ruined this recruiting visit. But I'm really going to teach you how to jump cut. I'm going to get you to jump cut through a gap and hit that thing and get vertical right now, Darnell. I'm going to teach you how to be great, Darnell, because although I never did it, I never played it down. But I can teach it. Wonder if she ever landed Smitty.
I think she's going to do a hell of a job, homie. I think we're going to look back at the end of this next season, and she's going to have like a running back who had like 1,700 yards. It's going to be crazy. And you ain't going to have no choice but to come on here and give her props. You have no choice.
Smitty, he said, this guy right here said,
and this the dude y'all want to coach any university with the clown emojis, homie.
I don't know if there's a question or a statement or horribly written. But
nah, he's being like a smart ass. He's like, and this is the dude y'all want to coach any university?
But it should have been, and this is the dude that y'all want to coach at some university. That's how it should have been written correctly, grammatically correct. I just want to let you know. This is why a lot of guys don't make it in life after, they hit their first lick or do a PPP loan, embezzlement, or they take their fast food check and they fuck it off and buy Jordans. This is Jay Stezzy. Like, these are the guys, homie. And then they go hit a lick. And then they kind of try to rob you because they broke and they don't have no other. They just want. They don't give. And then I smoke their motherfucking bitch ass. That's this guy. So that's how his life will go, homie. And that's the problem. That's what happens out there in the hood when you got no good guidance and no father figure. So it is what it is. Here's the bottom line. Why is no player out there wanting me not to coach, Jake Stizzy? Why does all the players want me to coach? Because it's pussies like you. Remember, Trump won, homie. So get ready, motherfucker. You better head for the fences. So, Smitty,
we got loaded show. Like, so today's Wednesday.
I got Cajun rub on me.
Don't we have like a shit ton of coaches joining the show at some point?
Shit ton. That's white as fucking as white as it gets. That's Indianapolis, white, fucking Kansas, Tennessee, shit ton. I never heard that until I got to Kansas. Like, shit ton, homie, is
the Indiana Whites.
It's like the shit ton. Never. It's unbelievable.
A plethora. We have a plethora of coaches joining the show here soon, and make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be fun. Deep dive into some football. But for now, you're gonna keep hearing me and JB just talk shit, banter, talk about AE, talk about bullshit to that point.
You're blurry. You're blurry.
It'll clear up, homie. Make sure weak ass camera you got me.
I don't know why I said it used to be great.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to it, homie. But I do want to talk about this, man. I know you'll love this. One of the best coaches in the game right now, Dan Hurley, is a video of him going off on a referee. Can we play it, Bailey? Here in a second, we're going to play it for y'all, man. But he's yelling. He's talking about, hey, man, don't you turn your back on me. I'm the best coach in the fucking sport. He's going in like from JB style.
If you guys haven't seen it, go check out All the Smoke yesterday. I was on it again with Matt Barnes, just Matt and I shooting the shit, talking some football. So go check it out on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes. Okay, Smitty, let's talk about Hurley here because I know all the haters out there hating on the guy. Go ahead, let's talk.
Let's check it out. No sound, but you can see right here. That's what he said. That's what he said. He was yelling. He said, "Don't basically say I'm the best coach in the fucking sport."
I don't know. He said that.
Don't turn your back on me. I'm the best coach in the fucking sport. Is what I was told.
You know for a fact he said that.
This is a straight opinion. Regardless, though, hell of a coach. Whatever he does, it works. So, and that is a fact. Back-to-back winner, got a huge contract. He's the best coach in the sport right now, and he's a guy who's developing. We're seeing him develop the talent, and he's getting guys to the league. He's taking guys who maybe 3 stars and making them into one of some of the better players in the country. And whatever his method is to his madness, it works. So I'm not going to judge him at all.
Yeah. So why does everybody think he's like? I guess everybody's you never. This is. America under the Biden administration is like all females. The American society and people were exactly like females are. Emotional and impossible to please. It's a female. Never can please a female fully. And they're emotional. That's what they do. Now, there's a lot of bitch-made men out here that's emotional. Don't get it twisted. But let's be clear. America under Biden was emotional and impossible to please. Were they not? So here's the thing.
I think you're emotional, and I think I'm emotional, and I think Bae's emotional. I'm not saying we're crying and all that, but there's more than one emotion.
Yeah. But I want to get my point to the emotion.
I know. I'm trying to sit back and wait, but you taking all day.
I know. I like taking it slow because I want you to plead the fifth on this because I don't want you to go, get fired over there. So here's the thing. I don't believe you can please a female in totality. The problem is we are impossible to please, Smitty. This guy's won back-to-back natties, has he not?
Yes.
Okay, so he's won back-to-back natties, and it's not good enough. It is not good enough, Smitty, because he yells, he cusses, and he says he's the best coach in basketball in college. And so guess what? Now The 2 titles are good enough. He's cocky. He's arrogant. He's bigger than he thinks he is. That's a female talking, homie. Like, you ain't that good. You make $2 million a year, but you ain't shit. I can find another motherfucker make $2 million a year. You ain't that good. Your dick ain't that big. I can find another motherfucking dick that big. It's always something else, homie, with these.
Why you voice like that, homie?
Because it's always something else about this motherfucker is the 2-time back-to-back champ. And I wouldn't be shocked if he went the 3rd one. And we're sitting up here talking about firing the motherfucker. I literally have seen the Twitter cancel culture vultures talk about firing the motherfucker because he cusses on the sideline and rants like a baby. What? Like, dog, I'm so glad Trump put that no cancel culture shit in order. Fuck, man, let's get it. Back to 2 genders, no cancel. You can say the F and the R word again. Let's get it going.
You know, my thing is, that's my problem with you is that you use Twitter as like your
you always say that,
so to speak, or as like your source of all your a majority of your information. So like you'll go to Twitter, you'll find 12 to 15 negative tweets and responses and use that to make this whole take. But you'll ignore the people who are supporting the fact that he's yelling, and the guys who actually played the sports and understands what it takes to be a coach. But we don't care about the
let's fact check it. Let's fact check it. Let's factor cap it. Factor cap, baby. Twitter is the #1 news source in the world. Factor in the cap.
Fact.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't make it up. I didn't say it. I didn't make it up, Smitty. They're the #1 news source in the world, homie.
Right.
So if it's the #1 source in the world,
the two things could be true though. A lot of the news on that #1 source aren't facts. A lot of that news on that source, as we know, is bullshit. A lot of that news on that source, as you and I talked about earlier with the Ryan Clark Marcellus beef, we talked about is people just putting out fake energy and fake stuff. So like, just because somebody puts them out on Twitter, don't mean that's the truth.
I agree with that, but that's not the problem.
Right now, I can go to Twitter right now and say Jason Brown slapped our producer in the face and fired him. I can put that out right now. And people
why are you making up shit?
It's like Wikipedia, homie.
But why are you making up shit now? But why are we making up shit now? We're talking about Bobby Hurley and the comments that I've seen towards him on the #1 news source in the world. That's the fact of the discussion.
My question to you is, who are the people making the comments?
Why are you moving shit around? We're talking about Bobby Hurley and the comments that are being made by billions of people because it's the #1 source, and there's billions of people. Well, there's billions of people on the app. So if the app has all these people talking about this particular subject, which we're discussing today on this show, then the comments is what I'm discussing and associating with. So the comments have been saying on the #1 news source in the world, X, that this guy should be fired because he's arrogant. This guy's fucking emotional. This guy's a baby. He's egotistical. He's a chauvinist. That's all I'm saying. #1 news source. Those are the comments.
I bet you majority of those people saying that.
But I do agree with you. I do agree.
They play sport. They don't understand what coaching is.
You can guess all you want.
Actual kids who are 14, 13, just on Twitter trying to troll. And you're using those irrelevant sources as your main
Keep assuming. You can assume all that.
And you're connecting that to who we had in office and saying that's the reason for this. Stop it, homie.
But you keep assuming, though.
It's always going to be like this, homie.
You can keep assuming. You can keep assuming. The fact is, though, it's the #1 news source. The fact is, we're talking about Bobby Hurley today. And the fact is that everybody out there on the #1 news source, on the comment section, in the comment section about Bobby Hurley, is saying he should be fired. And I told you that has been
that's the fact.
That's been America in a nutshell over the last 8 years. Let's be honest, 4 years.
My mama watched this show. I gotta stop cussing on this show because my mama.
Shout out to you, Mr. Smith. Shout out to you, Miss Smith.
She be watching the show. I didn't know she watched it, but she be texting me after the show and she be like, "Good job, baby, on the show today." I'm like, "Dang, she watched it."
Everybody watch it. Everybody watch it.
I gotta stop cussing now.
Everybody watch it.
I don't cuss for my mama still, and I'm grown. I don't do it.
I don't either.
It just feels it's uncomfortable. It's disrespectful to me.
You know, I never cussed around my mom for till I was I think first cuss word I ever said around her was 29 or 30.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. It means it feels weird, right?
Yeah, but be that as may, I cooked you on that segment. Let's move on.
We agree though. I just don't like the fact that you find a way to connect it to make it politics. This had nothing to do with politics.
I know you don't like that fact. That's all. Just say that.
It's just that Twitter, no matter who's in office, it could be you in office and you could be the most gangster president ever. Motherfuckers gonna still be on Twitter complaining and whining. It has nothing to do with office.
That's my point. I just said it's a female. You can't please them, homie. I don't understand why is it a disagreement?
You said the purpose of it was who was in office. As if Donald was in office for 15 years, people wouldn't be on Twitter talking shit and whining and crying. That's a false.
I didn't say that. I said the emotional responses to this man who's won 2 titles in a row is similar to what America has been over the last 4 years. It's a microcosm of society, homie. That's all I said. I said we cancel people. We can't say what we really want. It's a crybaby as fucking society. We want this guy canceled. My boy, I'm hooking up with a lawyer right now who I'm probably getting on the show this week, who's a head football coach right now. He's a head football coach right now. He's gotten viral in the last couple of days. Because he told this far left-wing journalist that you should stop spewing false information because my black players are affected by it. And this motherfucker, who I guess is a big guy name, I didn't know who it was. He retweeted, but all these motherfuckers got wind of it. Now it's got 10 million fucking views in it, and now they're about to fire him. A buddy of mine is a head football coach. I ain't gonna say his name, but it's all over the news. I'll send it to you. But I'm gonna bring him on the show, Smitty. They're probably going to fire him over it, so I've hooked him up with my attorneys to fight for the babies and the kids that he coaches. He's I think he's the second all-time winningest coach in the school's history. Hey. And he's about to get fired, Smitty, because of a tweet. So it definitely matters, Smitty. I'm just telling you.
I hear you for sure. But before we move on, men are emotional as well, Jason. I hope you know that. Jason.
But
it's not just the bitch ass men. It's real men who are emotional too. But you know what?
It's called bitches.
Jason, you're emotional, but you try to hide it. And I think our fathers tried to hide it. The old school men would not put it out publicly. They're real emotions, but men are emotional, homie. Let's keep it all the way at stack, homie.
Let's be honest. Emotional, define it. Emotional is not reactionary to a topic. Emotional means you have ebb and flows every day and you're never even kill. You're never the same guy. Like a female. When a man does that, I say they're bitch made. That's just what it is. They're not reactionary to a topic. We're discussing a topic, getting argumentative, debating. It's not emotional. Let's go back to what you're saying about me. Emotional, let's say I cried. Let's not act like I never cried in my life.
Because I know the real JB. Like I know you're gonna soft cry to you.
Yeah. I mean, TMZ did a video of me crying when I had to put Stogie down, Ash's daddy.
Yeah.
I didn't say, that's not emotional though.
Dogs make you emotional. Your AEs bring out a softer side of you.
That's not emotion. That's what you're mixed on. That's not emotional. That's real. Like people don't understand. That is who I am all the time. It's not emotional. Emotional is fuck me, man. I'm in here like this on one show, and you know something's wrong. Like fuck, what's wrong with JB? You all right, JB? Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Yeah. Like some people. That's emotional, homie. That's a fucking emotional. I don't say that Bailey has workload. So I'm just saying it's emotional. So I don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But what do I know? Your shit blurry as fuck. It looked like a scary movie, homie. That's a fucking hefty cup. We got our main man jumping in here in a second, No Mazzoni. He'll be in here in a few minutes. He's getting his shit ready. I can't wait to ask him about Bobby Hurley. I would like to know. You all right? You good, homie? You all right?
Yeah, I crack myself up, man. I don't care. You gotta love yourself. You gotta make yourself laugh. Like, to me, that was funny as fuck. Baby thought it was froze for real. He took me off the screen. I'm such a good actor. You know what? I'm gonna really get into acting this year. I'm a bad motherfucker. Baby thought it was frozen and he took me off the screen. That was me not moving. For that long, I did not move. I didn't breathe.
Bro, I didn't think you were frozen.
Yeah,
I can't see you. Back to the cap. I can't see you.
Stay on real quick, baby.
Realest on planet Earth. Keep it real.
What's our beef, baby? What did I do to you? Come back. What did I do to you?
Oh.
Black man to black man. What did I do to you, baby?
There's no. What are you talking about?
Baby don't fuck with me, Jason.
No, that's not true.
Everything I say, if I say 2 + 2 is 4, he'll say motherfucker is 5.
Oh, stop. Really?
If I say the sky's blue, I was actually green.
How would he say it? How would he say it's 5?
Motherfucker is 5.
So he's white country redneck.
Oh, come on, sweetie. Tripping.
All right, we got a legend in the house. We haven't seen him. We've been coaching all-star games and senior bowls and all this type of shit. He's still out there doing his big business, coaching in his coaching profession. NFL guru, D1 guru, OC guru, QB guru. Our main man, Noel Mazzoni. He's back after a few weeks off.
Mazzoni.
I'm being a little emotional right now. God, JP, I love you, man.
I love you too, Coach. Where you at?
I'm at home, back at home.
Oh, you're back home. All right.
Since you have never showed up once in Scottsdale, like you say you're going to, but I
am getting there.
You had a lot of. Yeah,
we got some fires. We got some power. I've got some power.
Never believe JB's what he says, man. Never take his word. His word is not bond.
Hey, Smitty's lying. All the audio listeners, Smitty knows. I say something, I end up doing it. Hey, no, let me ask you something. There's fires now there's fires out here in San Diego by Weddle and them. Fucking unbelievable,
really?
man. Yeah, these fuckers are starting fires, man, like crazy out here, man. They're trying to bury our state, man. It's crazy. I might be in Arizona sooner than later, or I might be fucking in Catalina or something on the yacht, because I don't know. We're gonna be on the.
I keep telling you, moving to President's guest house.
I know. Fuck. He offered it actually. I'm like, you know me. I got dogs and shit. Hey, no. Let me ask you something real quick about this Hurley. We all know coaching is coaching. Like, let me ask you a question real quick. If you were to name your top 5 coaches ever, and it doesn't need to be sports specific, who would you name?
Was it? Oh, the UConn Hurley.
Dan Hurley. Yeah.
Because Shaun, here's my thing. John Wooden's one to me of all coaches. John Wooden's who I look to, pyramid success, the whole thing, the mentorship, who he coached, the recruiting, all the shit. He did it before anyone else, I think, in my opinion. And then I probably, I got Bill Parcells is still a guy to me. What he did. Probably Bob Knight's in the mix, probably. Don Shula, maybe. But Gino Auriemma is a guy that was probably going to crack my top 5 or be close. And I used to ask my assistants, I said, hey, man, if there was one coach you could go talk to and learn from for one day or shadow and let him teach, who would it be? And everybody's like, Nick Saban and blah, blah, blah. On my staff, I go, I'd go see Gino Auriemma. This motherfucker wins coaching a gender that's not even his and has figured out how to be the best ever. And I'm going to go see that dude. Do you have anybody that sticks out to you in your life that you would say? Because, from maybe another sport or even if it's all football, it is what it is. But is there somebody that sticks out? Because this Hurley cat sure is starting to stick out.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 3 guys that I've read their books. I looked. Okay, so let's back up a hair. Is that the coaching world has changed, right, JB? it's being a coach has changed from when I mean, just look at yourself, right? With social media, with it's become a little bit of TM's. You become a person,
Colorado,
right?
Yeah, Colorado Dion's a show. Yeah,
which is fine, which is great. I mean,
we were told not to do social media. You and I were told we couldn't do social media just years ago.
Oh no, not now. Now, if you want to move up the ranks, you almost have to market yourself. You have to brand yourself. You have to have that brand, right? But I look back and so to me, I'd want to talk to Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, and Bill Walsh. That'd be the three guys that I kind of grew up following, watching, and you see Pat Riley's story, the disease of me and how he took superstars and made them come together, right? Obviously, Bill Walsh, right?
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, there's other guys, Bill Parcells, so there's a longer list for football for me. But I'd really like to sit down with Bill Walsh because he took a high school O-line coach, went in and took. Excuse me, Joe Montana, you're like one of my heroes, right? But you ain't Jaden Daniels throwing the ball, right?
I know, I'm not. He wasn't. Roger, that whole group and built that. So yeah, those three guys would be my guys. And Phil Jackson because he's in that spiritual side of it, right?
Yeah, I had him on my list too, Coach. I'm just interested to tap into his mindset and how he thought how do you win at his players, and he had a unique method to his madness.
These guys that are successful players like yourself and get into the coaching and go to the levels he did, and how he connected with his players he didn't grow up a coach, he grew up a player and became a coach, right? Some guys grow up as coaches.
Yeah, Pat Riley too. Played national championship, Kentucky. I mean, it's interesting. That's a good list.
That'd be my guys, guys.
But what's your take on this kid? What's your take on this guy? This guy's back-to-back national champ, Hurley, and he's coaching hard, and he's got some shit on his neck, and he's trying to let people know, like, hey, fuckers, I'm the best in the business. And he's had several sound bites this year of having some tirades on the sideline. I just call it coaching. You and I call it coaching. Everybody else now, because I guess it's a double-edged sword, social media, to your point. You can brand yourself and you can get popularity, but you can also take a bunch of fucking heat and hate. And a lot of people will try to cancel you and all this old shit like me because you're arrogant and you're egotistical. And, well, you're a coach. That's what the fuck we are, just FYI. So he's running around the sideline, and now everybody's out there. I said it's kind of like a female. You never please them. This motherfucker.
Hey, JB, as you well know, as well, probably better than anybody, right? The more popularity, the more people know you, the more people that know who you are and follow you and do all these because of social media, right? Because now you're tweeting and all of a sudden 10 million people see this thing. For every action, there's a consequence.
No doubt. There is. We used to stay away from it because we didn't want to be seen. Like Nick Saban did it smart, right? He never got on social media until he retired. And so it's interesting to see how it is, man. Like the guy's won 2 champs. If he wins again.
By the way, his commercial is the best on the Airbnb or the VFO. He goes, no fun. 5-minute shower. Yeah, that's like one of the best.
2-minute shower. 2-minute shower.
2-minute shower. Yeah. We have a very nice. We have a very nice barbecue out back. You can't use it.
No shit. It is funny. Hey, what is your take? Before we're gonna break some, we got some film down. Shout out to DB Sport. I got this the last round of the NFL playoffs. We got every game, but what's your take on this whole? He said, she said, blame him on the Lamar Jackson ending of that game. They go for 2 points. Andrews drops a ball. We all agree he should have caught it. And then the guys that break down the quarterback said, Sean King and I and Sean Salisbury said it was a horrible ball late. Mechanics are bad. That's what we're just telling the truth about. But the fact is he dropped it. Team lost. You and I would be having a discussion with the whole team. We lost. We fucked it up. It ain't nobody's goddamn fault. It is what it is. Buffalo caused the fumble on Mark Andrews earlier. They stripped you, Lamar. You threw a pick. We all have our fuck-ups. This is what football is. Buffalo's not getting enough credit, in my opinion. They're blaming, the Ravens for what they didn't do versus what Buffalo did do. And I just think I hate to see that shit because Buffalo still without Josh Allen had 120 yards, coach, and they won. So they got to have some credit for that.
Crazy.
Yeah. So where you at? Where are you at with the blame game? Let's just talk blame game. I know you're not going to blame anybody, but
Buffalo. Like, first of all, Josh Allen is a dude, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he just wants to win.
Yeah, he don't care.
He's not pointing fingers. He has what. There's a guy who wrote a book, JUCO, a Navy SEAL guy called. He goes extreme responsibilities. You ever read that one?
Yeah.
About how you have to take 100% responsibility. If everybody takes 100% responsibility, then it's a team.
Accountability versus responsibility.
So
I think.
I thought Buffalo, they are like the consequential. They're like the consequential team, right? I mean, special teams, defense, offense. Hey, Josh, you're going to have to rush the ball for 50 yards for us to win. Okay, let's go, right? I didn't get my 300 yards. And you know who else is like that is Kansas City now.
Yeah.
Watch, like Mahomes' numbers aren't, sometimes they're not great. They're not putting up big numbers, but they know how to win.
And that's all that matters, right? Knowing how to win.
Yeah.
It's that it factor. And I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a moment in the game where Josh Allen almost went back to the old Josh Allen.
Oh, no, this was it.
He was wrapped up.
Ownership.
Oh, there he goes. You see. It's blurry a little bit. It's your background, but yeah.
Yeah, extreme ownership by how the U.S. Navy SEALs lead and win. Great book. Right? That's where everybody's responsible for this show. All three of us have ownership of this show to make it a winning show.
100%.
Yeah, you have to have that mentality.
I love
no
that.
No doubt. Hey, Noel, what was your take on the end of that game though? They go for two. They went for two earlier in the game, and they missed that. And you can argue you should have kicked it or what have you. They also missed a field goal, I believe. It's football. Like, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
Yeah, it's football. Where are you at with that whole game and how it all ended up losing it?
First, you're talking about Baltimore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, Harbaugh's won a hell of a lot more games than I ever have, so I would never second guess these guys' decisions. Personally, I wouldn't. I think they went for too little early. I thought they could. You staying in the game and don't. If you can keep it at 2 possessions, 1 possession, you miss. All of a sudden, it's a 3-possession game. But it's a playoff game, man. It's a great football game. 2 teams battling it out and playing the weather, the whole deal. I thought it was a great football game.
No doubt. We got some film, Coach. Again, we're going to try to show some of it right here. Go ahead, Bailey, and share it. In the snow, what are you expecting this week? One of these teams moved on. Obviously, Buffalo plays KC. It'll probably be a drier surface. It'll still be cold, but I don't think it'll be snow. It could be. I don't know. I haven't looked, but Buffalo, I think, would be a lot worse off than KC at this time of the year. Where are you at, though, with Buffalo's chances?
I love their chances, right? It's in the playoffs like anything. It's just like you had Ohio State. No, you have a 7 and an 8 seed in the national championship, I believe it was, right?
Yeah.
You know, Big Mo get during the playoff.
Yeah.
Your guys start believing. You start playing good. You start. There's a lot to that. I like Buffalo. It's kind of funny. It could be what Philly. It's that Northeast corridor.
Right. Yeah. Buffalo.
I like Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo all day. I think Josh Allen goes nuts. After a down game last week in the snow, I think Josh Allen goes nuts. I think Buffalo gets over the hump.
I want them to win, but it's hard to bet against Kansas City. All year long, we've all said the same tune. They don't look good. Mahomes is not playing good. What's going on? But they win. To win. It's all just win, baby, just win. And they're at home again in another AFC championship. Mahomes has never not been in the AFC championship. So it's like they're a game away from being there. They're going to be so motivated, Kelsey looks healthy now. He balled out of his mind last week. I want the Bills to win, but they have not beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. They haven't. Josh Allen has not beat them in the playoffs.
No doubt.
Always happens.
No
I don't know, man. It's tough.
No doubt.
Smitty, you know who else is kind of a team like that? Is the Eagles.
Yeah.
They got a great back. Hurts does just enough to win. They just figure out ways to win football games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. No doubt. Let me try to fix this here. I don't know what I did. I got the last drive pulled up too for the game, but it's fucking with me right now.
While you're looking for that, though, I'll ask Coach Mazzoni. So, what do you think? Like, if you're the head coach, what are you telling the Bills team? Like, what's the key to success? How do they finally get over the hump and beat the Chiefs? Like, what do you think should be the strategy?
What do I think if I'm the? I don't think I make it. I don't think I make it about the Chiefs. I think I make it about us, right? Yeah. We protect. I mean, you heard him in the locker room afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Kind of what their culture is.
Yeah.
Right. They're tough. We're tough. Hey, we don't turn the ball over. We don't hurt ourselves. We don't do all those type of things, and we play our game. If they go in there, trying to be somebody they're not. If they just are who they are, I think it's going to be a great football game. And I think both teams got a quarterback that can win game that knows how to win.
Yeah.
No doubt. What do you think's been
the anomaly is that cat from the Commanders, Jaden Daniels. Oh my
right.
God. Oh my gosh. That guy's like unbelievable.
That's the scariest team, man. I don't think no one. I mean, he was high on him being good, but I don't think we thought he would get this far. I don't think no one thought that. I mean, that's to be in the championship game is incredible. And coach, he plays like he's a veteran. And I think it was a coach. I think Vic Fangio was asked about him. He said, "Listen, he's a young quarterback by birth certificate, but not by the tape. He's out there getting the ball out of his hands quick. He's reading the defenses. He's even when he makes mistakes, he's smiling. He's never stressed out at any moment. It doesn't matter what's going on.
You don't know better.
Hey, Smitty. So I'm going to give you some. You're going to feel good after this comment, right? Because JB knows we're old souls, right? We grew up coaching. Okay. First thing we learned: if you want to win a championship, you got to have two things on your football team. You got to have great defense and be able to run the football.
Yep.
And look at the guy. Look at who's playing for the. Those are all good defenses now.
Yep.
Those are all good defenses. They've all got explosive runners, right?
Yep.
They all got explosive runners.
Eckler looked real good last week. Got Brian Robinson too.
Yeah. So all this spread them out and throw it 50 times a game, all that kind of stuff. Hey, yeah, it's fun, but you better have a defense. You better be able to run the ball.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt. We got this last drive for Lamar as they go down 8 points, and they go down. Starting at their own 11-yard line, and this is it. I mean, this is a great drive to break down to end the game here, so we can get through the whole thing. Lamar makes a play with his feet here, gets some yards towards the first down. This is actually second down. Let me go to first down, Coach. Let me go to first down.
Okay, so let's make a statement. Let's make a statement right now about kind of the game of football. All right, let's look at all four quarterbacks. Let's look at Lamar. Let's look at these quarterbacks: Lamar, Jaden, Josh Allen, even Mahomes, even Hurts. What do all those guys have in common? They all create plays with their legs.
Yep.
They all create first downs with their legs, right?
It's important. To me, it's a necessity almost in today's game.
Right. So I always tell in a football game, a quarterback, right? You're going to call some plays that don't work. Right? You got great quarterbacks take plays that don't work and keep your team on the field. So they create first downs. Your play calling, your schemes don't create first downs. A quarterback creates the first down with his legs, by scrambling, making throws back down across the field, whatever it is, right? And that's what all these guys do.
No doubt. This is first down to start the drive to go down and tie the game and try to get this game put into overtime.
Post safety man.
Post safety man. Hamlin's down in the box. He's the inverted safety right there in the yellow box. We got the one high safety under the red circle. So here we go. This is first down, 3-by-1 set. They're in 11, but they're in a 10 set. And they take a shot here on the corner to Likely, the other tight end. He misses him on the high corner. It's in the snow. This is a tough ball, but like this is the balls that I talk about. You know, that's a completable ball though. It's a ball that could be completed. That to me,
Let's go back because this is kind of interesting to me. Go back to the wide, JB.
Okay.
Usually, when you're playing man coverage, right? Go back to the wide. When you're playing man coverage, and this is, and you know, how do you play bunches? Well, that's a bunch. Yep. And you usually press the point, and you watch the corner, watch him back off. So you would expect these guys to press the point and then go in and out with the other two guys, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of locking man, and that's what gets two guys really open right here. The flat and the flat and the corner.
And no, to the point of my take, like Lamar's a freak of nature. We all know what he is. The issue I've been saying, he's won 3 playoff games in 7 years, is because to make the next step, in my opinion, to be elite, you can make this throw, and he can make this throw. I've seen him make it this year, but he has to make it now. That's what elites do. Like Mahomes will make this throw now. That is what these guys will have to do. Josh Allen's going to have to make this throw now in this playoff game coming up. So is Jaden Daniels, who don't know better, who's a 22, 23-year-old kid out here. But Lamar has to make this play as an eighth-year veteran to be elite. Does he not? That's all I'm trying to say. This is a play he has to make, and if you're going to be elite. We'll forget about this play, Smitty, to Smitty's point, because of what he does after to make up for it and go down the field and score.
You're exactly right. Like Jaden Daniels threw that corner route to McLaren in the game down there at about the 10 was unbelievable throw. Off his back foot getting hit, but he made this throw. Yeah.
He made this throw at 23 years old. This is just, to me, mechanical, man. It's all mechanical, in my opinion. There's nothing else to do with his mind, his talent. We know his talent's unbelievable. Like, it's just mechanical, and that's just, I think there's a lot of room there, Smitty, to make that throw. And does that change the game? We don't know. He still makes so many plays to go down and score. The ultimate prize was they tied the game. So it really does, we're not going to – but when you break it down, the truth is the truth. They'll say I'm a hater. Well, he scored. So nobody's going to bring this play up. But this is a huge play. There's more time. Who knows what happens? The play calls change, etc. But we're going to go to second down, Smitty, from the 12-yard line now. Likely in motion, Noel. Again, 3-by-1. Again, they don't press the point. They come down and mug them, though. So I guess they're right there on him. Belling out. Back to the inverted side.
Three week buzz.
Yep.
3 buzz week.
Yep. Here's Hamlin. Strong safety comes down here. And now they're rolling. Yep. There's the buzzer right here. Comes down. Hamlin on the back. And Lamar makes a play with his feet. So he gets.
You guys say 3 buzz. What's the buzz like?
So the buzz is just a safety that inserts inside the curl flag guy, becomes the hook player.
Got you.
All right.
It's Hamlin, Smitty, right here.
Got you.
This is just 3 weeks. This is just 3 weeks. But like I would think that your 3-beater, your cover 3-beater is a speed out down here at the bottom.
Yep.
Right. That's why you have it. That's why you have this speed out down here. Okay. So like I would think his eyes would be right now down here to the bottom.
Yep.
To throw the out. And then if the safety that rolls down gets underneath that speed out, that's where the shallow comes in. So your read is speed out to shallow, right?
Yep. Right here, based on what he does. I'm taking this all day, Smitty, because he can run and get out of bounds. That's why Likely's in the game, not Derrick. That's why Justice in the game, not Derrick Henry, right? Get his ass the ball, his space, get him up the field. There is, I would argue, 10 seconds wasted right here. Now, I'm not going to nitpick and create, but I'm just telling you from QB 101, we can nitpick every quarterback in the NFL. Right now,
Justice is still in position, acting like he's blocking. He hasn't even went out on his route yet. So,
no, yeah, but this is what we're talking about, Smitty. Throw the ball.
All right, here. I thought you were talking about the Justice Hill. Got you. Copy that. Yep.
This is the read. This is the read. High low. This ball should be thrown on time right here. This ball should be thrown out on time to the speed out. Yep. Like that ball should be gone. He's not even looking there. Not even looking there. We get 3 buzz. We get 3 weak. We know corner's belling. There's our read. Throw the speed out right here. Look at this. Boom.
Yeah.
Throw the ball now. You save 10 seconds. You don't have to run around, risk injury, risk fumble. Move the sticks. This is just clock management 101 and processing the coverage. That's all Noel was saying. But he gets a couple yards. Now it's 3rd down, Smitty. So let's go to the 3rd down from the wide, Noel, as we get down, matriculating through this down and distance. 3rd and 2, Smitty. Buffalo's in in the traditional chaotic front to try to end the game, not giving up any big plays. Takes the check down over the middle to Justice Hill.
Love it.
But what the thing is,
he was going check down the whole way, huh? Versus zone.
Yeah, that's
Third and 2 makes sense.
And to Noel's point earlier, if he would have thrown the speed out earlier, he gets out of bounds. Now this play right here doesn't cost us as much time because now we saved time, got the 1st down earlier, we saved some time, and now this play right here doesn't run the clock.
Got you. Do you think, I'm going to ask you guys, it looks like it was right around 3 minutes. Do you think they're even worried about time, though, at this point? They got multiple timeouts. They got a 2-minute warning.
They got lots of time.
A lot of time left.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. I don't know. I don't know the clock on this one. I just know it's the last drive.
I agree, Smitty.
Yeah. It's the last drive.
They're not panicked yet. They got plenty of time.
Yeah. Cross over to Bateman, over the middle. Let's go to the next wide. 2nd and 7, though. And this is just breaking down the last drive real quick because he had some great throws on this. He had some great throws on this drive. A couple big daggers over the middle and little mesh concept with motion, Noel. Let's see why he gets out. What he gets in his face right away. A backer comes.
I think the back misses. Misses.
Back misses right in his face. He's got to escape this. Got to
get out.
That's the con, like the pros and cons of having Justice Hill. Justice Hill's more of a scat back, quick, get out, get some yards.
So this is him creating, right? This is what makes this guy special because this guy can create as good as anybody.
A traditional quarterback gets back here.
Yeah, the back misses, ducks his head. I got to get out of the pocket, running to my right. All right.
No, in this situation, because I'm a big sprint out guy, especially if I got a smaller guy in the backfield that I got to use in pass game. I would have liked to have seen him turn it back a little. I would like to sprint his ass out since he is who he is. I would have liked to get him on the edge because drop back passing game, we could talk about all we want to talk about, MVP, all that shit. That is not Lamar Jackson's strong suit. Let's just keep it all the way real. This is not what he is. He is not comfortable. He doesn't want to sit in the pocket. Let's move him. Would you not have moved him later in the game more or no?
You know what? He kind of creates movement by himself. I don't know if I need to structure that many. To me, sprint out's situational. Man coverage. 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. That's why everybody runs the nakeds and the boots and all that kind of stuff because now you're expecting man coverage. I'm not like you. I'm not old school like you, JB. I'm not a huge sprint out guy. I just think you've limited yourself and you're only playing on half the field.
And then you got to put in sprint draw and other things to
then you got to build. Then you got to build something around it that got its place, but not huge on it.
We're driving. No, we're driving. Aguilar in motion. Again, a little condensed formation. He's got all day long to throw. Finds Andrews on the sideline here on a crosser.
This is a nice job by Lamar.
Yep. And I'm glad glad he's not drifting. He's settling finally. He's already 5, and then he drops another 3-step in the gun, so he's almost 10 yards deep here. And he settles, finds the crosser with Andrews, big chunk yards, first down. Now they're in the ball game, Smitty, because the time now is favorable to the Ravens. Obviously, they know they got to score at the 2-point play, but
I'm so upset, man. They lost, man.
Run that back right there, JB.
And no, can you discuss as a play caller? Obviously, we got to score the goddamn touchdown. But are you already thinking or having an assistant think not only the time? That's what I want the regular fans to understand what's going on right now with the play caller. We're sitting here like, okay, we got to score, obviously, so we're running our normal down and distance on one side of our brain per situation. Late game scenario, we're trying to get first downs, keep the clock, tie the game. And then the 2-point play, when does it come into your brain? When you get a little closer, obviously, when we're down in the red zone, low fringe, you got an assistant thinking of it, or are you just in the back of the mind? These are a couple 2-point plays we worked all week. This is all play. Are you more of that guy?
I think you've game planned. You've game planned your 2-point play. You probably got 3 or 4 of them. All right, you're trying something to show the defense something they probably haven't seen.
Yeah.
Right? So it's going to be in the 2-point category. Because are they man? You're going to go back and find all the 2-point plays or the inside the 3-yard line. They know that you're not going to run the football most likely. It's going to be something special. You're probably going to get man coverage. Blah blah blah. Right. So you're gonna that's its own game plan. 2-point plays are its own game plan because you're always thinking 2-point plays are game winners, right?
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
They're game winners, so it's a must-have.
Okay, this is what you wanted to go back to. What do you like here?
Oh, so I think now watch the back scan does a great job. Okay, and watch the left guard find work. I love that about this protection.
Coach Mazzoni's talking about he's going to go from 43 across the formation to this B gap and find 89 or whoever this safety is. And that's scan protection is what Coach was talking about. He's going to scan the formation based on what he sees coming.
And then the left guard, this is what they call finding work. See him come in there and find work, just help.
55, yeah.
Yeah. See him come in there and just help and just that's a good play. Nice job.
Yep. So now we're back. We're first down, Smitty.
We've got lots of time now.
Yeah, there's lots of time now. So now you're not rushing to Noel. Are you whispering in Lamar's ear here like, hey, we got plenty of time. Just now it's normal football again?
Yeah. We got a couple timeouts left.
Yep.
We don't need to panic.
Yep. Don't take a sack, right? Don't take a sack. Don't put us out of range. Those type of things is what's being
Number one is do not take a sack. That's number one because that kills yards and time. And it possibly makes me lose a timeout. Okay, so that's the worst thing that's going to happen.
I'm stressed out watching this, y'all. It's like rewatching this and stressing me out. I really feel like the Ravens were the best team, and they just didn't play the best, and they lost. But that's football. That's literally football. Like it's about who's better that day. And I did not leave that game, me personally, feeling like the Bills were just a better team that day. I just think the Bills were the more disciplined team, to JB's point, I think yesterday, in which why JB put a little bit of the blame on Harbaugh as far as the penalties and stuff like that, which I kind of agree with. But, man, it's just watching this drive, like the Ravens offense has been so explosive all year long, and it sucks to not, from my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased, but
right. So this is if you go back to that right there, JB.
You want to see it from this angle?
This guy could be player of the year, but go back the other shot, end zone shot.
Why? Yeah.
I'll go back from the defense. He wants a defense perspective. We got so many angles on one play. It's unbelievable. You gotta get this.
It's like watching with John Gruden. All right, go.
It's even better. You watching with JB.
Yeah, I'm watching with JB. It's even better than John Gruden. Okay,
exactly.
Here's like watch out because this guy's athletic. He makes a lot of plays outside the pocket with his legs, right?
Yeah.
But you would really like to see him. I'd like to see my guy like climb the pocket, right?
Yeah.
Now you're running is making me yards.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you watch
the pocket, right? No, manipulate the pocket with your feet. while your eyes key these defenders.
Right. So if you watch it, let it run. So if you set, so right here, you start climbing.
We got all that.
Yes, climb in the pocket, and now there's running lanes.
Yep. Yeah. You definitely got middle lane run game right here.
See, this drifting right here, he kind of creates his own pressure.
Yeah, right here, he's just looking around, Smitty. If he was here in the pocket, Lamar Jackson does this, takes off, gets 20 yards, and now we're down in the red zone already. He's just running around and sees plays and makes plays. That's just what a freak of nature he is. But this is not by design. Design is Noah and I are saying, let's climb the pocket and use your feet if nothing else happens. He found this.
And that's the technical. And you guys are obviously 100% right. You guys are the quarterback offensive gurus. You're 100% right. But with players like Lamar, I think when you coach him up so technical, then you miss out on these moments. Now, there's good and bad with that, though, of course, right? Because he could have got sacked, and now we're like, damn, you got sacked.
Absolutely. If I knew Lamar was listening to this podcast, I would not say that. I would not. I'd be like, hey,
he might be listening.
You just be you, Lamar, right? You're saying for
in all seriousness, as this is the final play, that's all the critique goes on, and you can blame whatever. In all seriousness, though, my debate is this is why, in my opinion, it's going to be hard for him to win a championship at this level, at the Super Bowl level, because of the ad-lib play of Noah Mazzoni and JB making a play call and us expecting this is what it is so we can make that throw and do the things that we call on time, versus him ad-libbing, don't see what we call and what we like, and then makes a play. But then when he does it and it falls through, it's the play call we designed that he doesn't, execute is the problem of the inconsistency. And that's why the consistent QB is the guys that win Super Bowls in this league. I'm just going to be honest. There's 4 guys in this league, in this playoff, that are really athletic. Only one of them, Mahomes, is the guy that's been winning, and he's done it from the pocket for the most part, if we want to be honest. So I'm just saying, ad-lib is great. We all love it. And Noah and I are speaking more of college quarterbacks, Smitty. We would salivate for Lamar Jackson in fucking college. I'm just saying.
No, the NFL. Right. I'm not disagreeing at all. I'm just saying, I feel like that's the dilemma of coaching. Is like you want to coach and tell them what they're supposed to do and give them the right play. And you're right. In a perfect world, that's what they should do. But it's like you also don't want to limit their greatness and what makes them so unique. And it's hard to find that balance of handcuffing them, so to speak, but also just coaching them to do the right thing. It's tough.
So let's talk about this. Shaun King came on and we showed it, and Shaun was like, man, if I'm coaching him, I want this ball out 5 to 7 steps on the sprint out, force the corner, put pressure on the corner, full speed. Arm delivery would be a lot better off if you're running full speed. That's the point I made. When we come out slow, our mechanics slow, and then everything becomes more of a technical delivery rather than just playing catch, right? That's my opinion. When I coach the QB, I want to go full speed, sprint to get. We want it to look the same as it would if it was QB outside zone or something. I want the same action. We're actors at quarterback. I believe him coming out guessing on this is why his mechanics flawed him, and he throws this ball a little bit low and behind. When Shaun and I agree, this ball should have been thrown out here to the front pylon to a 6'6" tight end who wants to catch the ball here, instead of come down and catch it here. Listen, should he caught the ball? Fucking yeah, catch the ball. No doubt.
If we went out right now and ran this 10 more times, he would complete this 10 times, right?
No doubt.
They went man zone. They went the motion, man zone indicator. They're obviously rubbing for Mark, right? They've got exactly what they want. They got exactly what you got. Mark Andrews, who's probably the best, if not one of the top 3 best tight ends in the league. The Desert Mountain kid, Phoenix, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
And if these 2 guys went out here and did this another 20 times, they'd complete 20 of them.
20 of them, Coach. 20 of them.
And this is just from sprint right, option right?
This is a little rub play, right? A little spot play. They're just rub. If it's man, they're going to rub for Mark. If it's zone, then they're going to high-low the corner wrap to flat. Right?
Bateman on the crosser is actually not involved. He's not going to get this ball is probably what's being told to Lamar, because we're sprinting this out.
Right.
We're not going to sprint out and throw it back over here to Bateman unless that was the design.
Now, I'm not a big sprint out guy, so if my guy drops back right here, he freaking completes it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about all this technical run fast, run slow, guys are chasing me.
I'm with you. Like, although the play should have worked, right? And he should have caught it. I like to give Lamar options. I'd rather him just drop back normal, and now he can either freestyle and run. He can find. When you do sprint out, you got one option basically in essence, and if it don't work, then it's a wrap. He has no room to run. There's nothing.
He was so. I wish he'd have been. Hey, Smitty, if Mark would have been covered a little tighter, he would have completed. It's like he was so open, he just kind of pulled the string a little bit.
Just softly, I know what you mean. Yeah. You know what, Coach Mazzoni? It's a weird comparison, but I think you understand. It reminds me when I was in 6th grade. I was on a basketball team, and the other team had just scored a bucket to go at one point. I sprinted down court. I'm wide open. My point guard gets the ball, dribbles down court, finds me right under the fucking basket. I'm wide open. But I'm so open and I'm overthinking. I'm like, damn, should I try to swish it? Should I try to put it off the backboard? So I kind of threw it in a tweener spot, and it bounced off the back of the rim, and I missed the game-winning shot, and it hunted me for the rest of my life. And to me, I think Lamar, to your point, kind of just softly, he was like, I don't want to throw it too hard. I don't want to throw it too much in front of him to make him like run out of bounds. I'm just throw it gently right here. And it was behind Mark for sure.
And believe me, that was when you were in 6th grade. 10 years from now, these two guys will still beat themselves up about this play.
Yeah.
No doubt. We've had these plays before. I just want the ball thrown right there. That's all.
And so does Lamar. Lamar wants it thrown right there.
I get it. And I'm not going to kill this kid over it. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault, but let's be honest, this isn't the most clear, precise, great mechanic. This is a guy that plays the game by ad lib, and he's a freak of nature, and he's just not the pure passer that everyone expects him to be. And that's just the point that I've been making for a long time. And until he is, though, in my opinion, I think that's what's going to take to get over the hump. No, that's just my opinion, for him to win it all. That's all. Who you got in the last four, the final four? Do you think this kid really can go out here and beat the Eagles? Because I've said it.
He said it quick. He said it quick.
Yeah. No. Here's the thing. No, I got to ask you this. Do you agree with this sentiment? I think all three of these quarterbacks are winning because of what they're doing. I think the Eagles are winning in spite of what their quarterback's doing. Can that continue?
Yeah. So here I'm like, and I said that too quick. So like, Dan Quinn and I were together at the Jets. I know Cliff. One of my best friends I grew up with, and two guys that coached with me at A&M are on the Eagles. So I got a lot of guys on both teams.
Yep.
Right. So I'm kind of torn between both. I just now it comes down to me, right, is you got Kansas City Eagles have been there. I mean, they've been there before. Right, they know what it is, right? Now, maybe Jaden and Commanders are so young, and it's like they don't really realize where the hell they are, and they go out and have fun and play. Right? Who knows? But you get to these games, man, the guys that have been there and done that, right, and know of all the pulling and pushing that they're getting from all different directions and how to focus and all that kind of stuff. The guys that have been there know how to do that. But that's why they play. As an old wise man said, that's why we play the game.
Yeah. Because the game, we're going to find out one way or another, won't we, Coach?
Yep.
I mean, Washington, they do have some vets on that team, like Bobby Wagner, who's been there, who can try to, talk to the team. But I know it's different. Talking and actually experiencing it is two totally different things, man. I'm pulling for Washington. I think Washington can do it. To JB's point,
I think they can do it.
I don't know, man. Jay's different, man. Like, he wired different. I don't know what it is. Nothing shakes him. I've never
How about
seen
this. And he started his career at ASU.
Right.
Yep. Antonio Pierce got him there. AP got him there. Hey,
you know what, JP? It's like this. It's like JP when he goes out to the club. I mean, look at that ugly mug. I promise you, though, he feels he'll walk out of there with the hottest girl in the.
And a lot of times, to JB's credit, he will do it somehow. Yeah. I'm like, how the hell this ugly motherfucker? But he does it.
This what? How does this what get?
You said what?
Hey, no. Who gets the Raiders job? No, who would you like to see to get the Raiders job?
Well, first of all, they got to find themselves a quarterback, right?
Yep.
It's got to be somebody that Tom Brady It comes from his tree.
I thought Vrabel was the guy, but obviously
I just think there's two, that's a pretty tight group. Vrabel and Edelman and Brady and with Kraft and that whole deal. That's kind of like going home, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like going home.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some good candidates out there. The question is, who gets the Cowboys job?
Would you chew on your pride and say, "Fuck it, John, let's go, Gruden, come back"?
No, I don't think that. No. I mean,
bring in Rex Bryant. Bring in Rex Bryant.
I would like that, but I don't know if he's going to do that because I don't know if Brady is a Gruden guy.
I know.
Or Gruden's a Brady guy. I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, real quick to end the show and get out of here. I appreciate you. We talk about Lamar a lot failing in big games. Your guy, who you like a lot, I like him a lot too, Jared Goff. But I always say, Weddle and I, there's a reason why McVay went elsewhere and went out and got Stafford. Is there the same similar situation here as when the lights shine bright? Is he a deer in headlights when it's the big games? Do you see that as being an issue or no?
I don't know. I really like Jared. I think Jared's really. I mean, Jared took a club that Stafford was on for many years.
Yep.
And you insert and I think Stafford's was playing as good as any quarterback in the league the last month. And that guy can throw it.
No
better.
doubt. Anyway,
I mean, nobody can throw it. The rifleman can do it, right? But you inserted Campbell and Jared Goff, and look, they won 15 games. You know?
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I just it's going to be interesting to see because and the last thing to that point, Ben Johnson, the OC, left, takes the job now. He's going to have to deal with Caleb Williams. Where are you at when it comes to the hiring process as a former coach? Because we brought this up yesterday, and I'm adamant about it. I hate it. If I'm the head coach, I'm pissed off that Noel Mazzoni's interviewing during a fucking playoff run to be the next head coach. I'm going to advocate and push you to get the job, but I would love for you not to shop jobs on my job. And I'm not saying that as an egotistical guy. I'm saying that to defend the players that have earned the right to play for this game and get half-ass effort from our coordinators. And if you look at the game, I can sit here and say, well, it could have been that case. Half-ass effort. We saw Ben Johnson on offense do some shit I haven't seen him do. And then Monday he's hired in Chicago and he has a staff. No. You didn't just fucking get a staff on Monday morning when you got called and told you got the job. He's been working on this shit. And I want to know, do you agree with me? Don't let anybody interview until after the Super Bowl. There is no
That's what I agree with. That levels the playing field. I agree with that.
Well, I want to get your expertise opinion from having coached in the league. Why is it a rush job? It's not college. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Do they have to get in the office in January in an NFL organization? They got scouting coach. They got scouting teams.
No, I don't think it has to do with the football piece. I think it has to do with, am I going to lose my guy if I have to wait, right?
Competition.
How many times have you heard guys that are in the playoffs that should be head coaches that miss out because maybe my second choice, I hear Chicago's talking to my second choice, but my first choice is in the playoffs. Oh, shit, I better go get my second choice before I lose him. And you know what I mean? So I agree with JP. I think they ought to just wait till the day after the Super Bowl. Hey, let's go.
And then you got your bet. You got dealer's choice, right? I can go evaluate. Do I like Jerry Jones and how he's running a program? And then I could say, okay, this is where I like to go. Or I go to Jacksonville. If you want me, I'll interview at every place and I'll get to evaluate it. It's an even playing field. You pick your best candidate. Right now, we're grabbing guys in a hurry, in my opinion, and it's not fair to the teams in the playoffs having to look over their shoulder as head coaches to see, shit, I'm about to lose fucking Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, and I just got beat in the first round as the 1 seed? How lackluster. Were you guys fucking 1 foot in and 1 foot out in this deal? We were the 1 seed and lost to Washington. I got to question that process as the head coach, and now he's got to start all over. And I get it. We want to promote from within and get guys to get other jobs. But now if I'm MCDC, though, fuck, I want to win a goddamn title. I don't care about you. I hired you guys already. So you do this job first. And I just think that's a problem in the NFL. I don't know if that's a Goodell thing, a union thing. I don't know what has to happen there, but I would like to see it done. I just think it's fair for all parties.
The question is, who's Dallas going to take?
Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. Coach Prime.
So what's Prime going to make him do? You got to trade Dak for first, so he can get Shador, right?
That's what I said. No way. No way.
I didn't believe Deion was going to leave at first, but the more news I'm hearing, I actually think he is now because Jerry Jones loves a buzz. Just imagine, Coach Mazzone. Imagine how big of a story that will be.
Oh my God!
Jerry Jones brings in Deion Sanders to coach the Cowboys,
just like Colorado.
It's going to be, but times 10,
times 100,
times 100. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Hey, Jay.
Okay, and you're Deion Sanders, and the Cowboys call you America's team.
Come on now.
Yeah, I said you got to take it. And no, real quick. Aaron Glenn takes the Jets job as reported. If that happens here, is Aaron Rodgers done? Because if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm older and I think I've deserved the right to be this guy that I am, the ball spinner that I am, we could say he underachieved with Super Bowl rings, but he still won one. Let me ask you, you went this route with Robert Saleh, a defensive-minded guy. We struggled, and now we're hiring another defensive-minded guy. Is that the writing on the wall that the Jets are done? Since you've worked at that organization, the Jets are done with Aaron, or is Aaron saying I got to go elsewhere for a year and end my career on a positive note?
That's what I think. And I think he ends up. I think he ends up with Tomlin at Pittsburgh.
I like him at Frisco to go back home.
I don't know. So now you're talking about relationships, right? What kind of relationship does Aaron have with Kyle, with Tomlin? You're talking about, can they coexist? There's a lot of dynamics now involved. It's not just he's looking for the fit, not. He's looking for a fit where he can go and win now because he can't win. Doubt. He can wait a year. So I got to go someplace where I insert, and all of a sudden there's 21 other guys around me. We can go to a Super Bowl.
We thought that was New York, though, best part of the roster, but.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I appreciate you. Hopefully, I'll be out there soon, man. I'm getting closer. So,
thanks, Smitty. I'm sorry about the Ravens, bro.
It's all good, man. Happens to the best.
Right. Yeah, I'm a huge Lamar fan, and that whole, I mean, I think all those teams were good football teams, but don't go to sleep on Jaden Daniels. Don't go to sleep on Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I think that's a Super Bowl. I'm calling that to be the Super Bowl.
Right now, it's anybody but the Chiefs for me. Anybody but the Chiefs. I want to win. I'm tired of the Chiefs, Coach.
Don't be you hate a winner, don't you?
I'm a hater of the Chiefs. Yes,
you're a hater. Hate a winner.
No, their fans are annoying, Coach. You don't understand, man. Those fans, they were horrible for 100 years. Finally get good, and you think these fans, boy, they act like they've been the best team for decades. It's annoying.
Hey, no. I know I've said before you go 4 times. Real quick, is college football just fucking way too long? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, dang, it went forever.
It's February.
Yeah, January 20th.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Hey, no, how are you? You're Marcus Freeman. You're Marcus Freeman today. You're Marcus Freeman today, Noel. Are you you're redoing your whole fucking calendar for spring ball and winter conditioning now? Because you just it's February. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I mean, you're right. It starts August 30th and now goes till February 1st.
7 months. Anyway.
But you know why that is, though, right, JB?
Money.
TV money.
No doubt. No doubt.
Next year, it'll be even longer.
It'll even be longer, right? They're going to add more teams, right? Pretty soon it'll be like the Final Four. There'll be 64 college football teams in the Final Four. Right?
Here we are, guys. The national title game, March 1st. Here we are, Alabama versus Georgia.
No doubt. It's unbelievable.
Peace, guys.
Love you, man. I'll talk to you later.
Man. Coach Mazzone is always there's a breath of fresh air to have him in there. Well balanced, you know what I'm saying? Understands the game at a high level, brings the humor. One of my all-time favorite guests, man. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all support everything he's doing. I might be going out there, move my car, take a piss after I read this comment from King David Cartel.
Do you want to let him know or me?
LL, F the story. Coach Prime isn't leaving for the Cowboys, and JB so fake. Prime can't coach in college, as you say, but you think he should coach in the NFL. Make it make sense. He's not saying. Well, first of all, there's a few things there. I don't think JB has ever just fully said Deion can't coach in college. I think he just said he's a young coach who's still learning. Number one. Number two, he's not saying he's a coach in the NFL because he thinks he's some all-time coach. He's saying if the Dallas Cowboys call, you take that opportunity. JB would take that opportunity. I would take that opportunity. You should take that opportunity. So I don't.
Some people should not make comments because it's embarrassing. To be honest. See, I got a show, so I can make comments, and if I embarrass myself, I embarrass myself. You have receipts, right? You have receipts of the show. You can record it, self-score, all this shit. It's not rocket science on this decision. The Cowboys call, you take the fucking job. It doesn't matter if you can coach or not. And I have said I don't believe he's a top echelon coach, but at the same time, you take the Cowboys job because he is a brand. He does fill seats, and he will make you money. So yeah, you take the fucking job. Fucking idiot. Anyway, we got Coach Fred on the other side of this commercial. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. We'll break some more film down, maybe some Jaden Daniels, some Stafford, some Josh Allen, some Mahomes as we get ready for the Final Four of the NFL this weekend. And we'll talk Coach Fred and ask him about the college football year since he is in it right now and how he's getting ready for the spring and how these other schools are getting ready for the spring. We're going to dive into that on the other side. Just pound that like. Peace.
What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear. Exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights. What's in that box?
Kind of
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
It's a 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I might
JB.
race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
This is nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
Yeah, we're in the building, man. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. New news, real quick, to all my LA fans and all things realist. I'm going to open up another channel, the other channel that we have. So make sure you go become a member. I'm going to do an LA-based show out of there. I don't know the name yet, but we're about to get it ready, Bailey and I, and we're going to do a similar. We're going to attack the LA base, LA Rams, LA Chargers, USC, UCLA. The Lakers, the Clippers, you name it. We'll talk all things LA, California sports. So pound that like and subscribe to our other channel today and become a member if you're not one, because I'm going to be breaking down all things West Coast, the best coast. We're going to break that down. We'll get some insight. USC, UCLA, we'll be breaking all of those things down, showing film, breaking all the recruiting stuff down, talking Doyers, Otani. All that shit, we'll break it down. And then we'll do that live. That'll be a live show that we do. But then on the same channel, we will have everything real and some other things in there that you won't get on any other channel. So make sure you subscribe. We'll do some, I got cooking shit from drinking, making drink, you name it. We're going to do it all over there. Smitty, you heard the new news?
Yeah.
You're not a part of it, but I'm going to do an LA show.
What?
Yeah, all LA. Yeah, Bailey and I, we're going to do all LA. Rams, Lakers, Chargers, Doyers, all LA. We got such a huge fan base in LA for all LA sports. Why not? Everybody else does the show based on their geographics. So I'm going to do all things. JUCO, Last Chance U, Last Chance True, showing you the inside of Last Chance U. Yep. We're going to do it all. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a fire channel.
I'm going to do, you know what I'm doing too? I didn't break the news to you guys. I'm doing an all-black quarterback show. Why just highlight and talk about the success of all black QBs. So Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. We only praise them though the whole show. It's going to be fire.
Oh, we are? All right, cool. I'm going to do an all-white quarterback show now.
Okay. All right, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, they just told me.
Who's they?
Yes, Jay Uso. We'll be doing inside high school reporting. We're going to do some high school football, all that shit. But, yeah, I'm going to do all white things. It's going to really just be Burrow, Allen, Stafford, Goff.
Okay. I like that, homie.
Yeah, Lucy's going to do a therapy show. So she'll come on and be my mental psychologist, sports psychologist. So we'll have the sports psychologist part of it in that show.
And then Chris going to do an all cheerleading show.
She's going to do it on the new channel. And then we'll have Gawk's going to come on and teach like women how to like Gawk.
How to give great Gawk, yep.
Seriously, I'm going to do a show.
No,
I'm going to have girls. I'm going to have a girls show how to actually perform what you guys out there would call fellatio.
There's an old school video from like, man, it was when I was a kid where this woman, it's like an OG woman, was really teaching how to do that. Like, was really like no bull. It was really educating how to do it.
They actually go do it.
Like they actually do, like they have real classes and they actually do it.
Yeah. Let's bring our main man in, man. Coach Fred, HBCU legend, is here in the building. We're going to break down some things. And
what's going on, Coach? You all right? Hey, I'm grateful to have you here, homie. I'm grateful.
Why?
How much of that last segment was real? How much was funny? With the new shows coming down the pike.
Which one of those shows was your favorite?
Up you? You want up you?
How you doing,
man, y'all wild, man. What's up, fellas? How y'all looking?
We good.
Hey, what's in there? Yeah, you got bourbon in there already? That's a bullet cup.
Snowed in.
It is West Coast. It is cold over there.
Snowed in, man. Iced up. Roads are iced over. Emergency travel only ban. What's going on right now? They knew the storm was coming. Not sure why the salt trucks and sand trucks wasn't rolling early, but they weren't.
Conspiracy, homie.
So That's what's going on. You know, that black ice is something serious. But thank God for Kansas living.
Yep. Stay safe, man. I hope we got some top ramen noodles in there, some chicken noodle soup, and the heat is on.
Most definitely.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, let's dive straight into it, man. I know we're going to come back to the championship games and get your opinions on that, but I do want to kind of go through some of these rundown topics, Jason. Let's start off here, man. The Patriots hired Lions defensive line coach Terrell Williams as their new defensive coordinator, and they also hired Josh McDaniels as their OC for a third time. So I want to kind of ask, I guess I'll start with you, JB, first, because I haven't even asked you this yet. What's your, I guess, take on the hire? Apparently, this D-line coach and Mike Vrabel go way back. I believe they coached together in previous times as well. But what's your thoughts on this hire?
First of all, don't call me Jason. Second of all, Coach Fred, it's 80 degrees here. Just wanted to let you know it's 80 degrees here in Cali. So, my bad. Anyway, all you guys in Florida and everybody under in snow and all that, and we're in Cali. We're on fire, but it's 80 degrees. I'll be on the yacht later on. It is what it is. This is the hires you do. This is what you make. Josh McDaniels been there. He's from there. He's an OC again, not a head coach. This is his job. This is what he's supposed to be. He belongs there. Edelman and them. That's where he belongs. It is what it is.
Coach Fred, same thoughts?
I mean, it is kind of what Coach said. I don't like the hire because at the end of the day, how many opportunities are we going to give? You know what I mean? If we're saying this is all fair and it's for everybody, and I know life ain't fair, I get that, but you know, I think I called it on the show that the head coach was going to be who the head coach was or is, and you know, don't be surprised if you hear Matt Patricia come back as well. I get it, and you know, Coach JB can tell you, you know, at some point in time when guys become head coaches, we all become, and I can't say we all because I'm not a head coach, but Coach can probably talk to this. We all become paranoid and suspicious, and we got to have guys that we know and guys that we trust, and I get it. But at some point in time, man, I think, you know, opportunities got to be given to the Smitties to at least show that he can be a efficient play caller in the league.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's like they're just recycling the same old group of coaches. You know, it's almost like the transfer portal in college, but for coaching. Yeah, in a weird way, it's just recycling the same old group. At some point, it's like you got to give somebody else a shot to just see what they got. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad, but you'll never know because those
recyclable business.
Huh?
You mean like a recyclable profession? Like I've been saying for 5 years?
Yep. What do you call it? The Good Boys Club or something?
No, I just call it recyclable business. They fire the same guy and they hire him somewhere else. It's not hiring. You don't fire a guy and hire a new guy. You fire a guy and hire the same guy at another place. That's all it is. It's recyclable. This is what the profession is. It is a good old boy network, but it's also a who I'm comfortable with. It's not about who makes me uncomfortable. There used to be a saying, be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yep.
We don't do that no more. That's how I used to coach. I used to coach my coaches and kids, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Nowadays, everyone wants to.
That's how you get better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's not now. Everybody's like, you want to be comfortable and don't yell at me, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, man. That's soft. But McDaniels has had too many opportunities. Like, I'm tired of seeing him. I'll see anybody else I don't see at this point. Like, fucking hire anybody other than him.
That McChesney hates him, I think, too, right?
And how many have been successful without the guy that's in the picture?
He's never been successful.
Exactly.
Never. Anywhere he's ever been. He's fucking horrific. It is what it is, man. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't like the hire, but it is what it is. I'm sure. I figured McDaniels going back there. I just knew it.
Let's talk about another hire or potential hire. The Cincinnati Bengals, you know, they lost their D coordinator, and Mike Coates picked him up. But the Bengals are bringing in Notre Dame DC Al Golden for an interview, and the current expectation is that Golden will probably become their next defensive coordinator. How y'all feel about Al Golden?
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Why?
Because he already had the job before the Notre Dame championship game.
You lying.
No, I know for a fact. Here's the problem is. Yeah, the problem is these guys, man, it's such a fucking slap in the kid's face. I don't understand it. See, I fired guys on Netflix. I don't know if you watched. We were about to go play a bowl game, and I fired a QB coach who said, hey, coach, he was like this half-ass and shit. I'm like, oh, no. We don't do half-ass. Bye. Well, we have a bowl game left. You're not going to be fucking rewarded with a trophy for fucking doing what you're doing.
The kid. Yeah. I remember that episode. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Get your bitch out. I cut that motherfucker on national television, fucking grown man. Here's the thing.
Crazy.
People always think they want, dog, but they don't want to give. You're going to fucking eat the sausage and it's going to taste great, but you're not going to see how we make it? Nah, it don't work that way, dog. I don't operate that way. The kids deserve better. They've been through all this shit, listening to my crazy ass, cuss them out 5 a.m, get out the dorm, don't have girls over here, don't drink, don't smoke, blah, 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 go to class, graduate. Then they deserve a fucking coach to coach them and be there the whole time too. And work is just as hard, if not harder, by the way, way harder as a coach. But now I got to sit here and go with this repeat, delete type of shit. Listen, man, if you're not going to coach these kids and be there for the kids and half-ass me and give half-ass effort, Notre Dame got gashed. Al Golden in that defense has been fucking unbelievable in the playoffs until that game all of a sudden. And I get Ohio State's loaded and all that. I get it. They're loaded. I get it. But Notre Dame can come back in the game, make it a game. You'd wonder why they didn't do certain things earlier on defense that they kind of stymied Ohio State in the second half, to be honest. Why didn't they do that earlier? Because was this guy interviewing? Was he all in? 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Similar to Ben Johnson. Similar to fucking Aaron Glenn. So we're talking Ben Johnson didn't have a great offensive game, but fuck me. Washington almost scored 50 on their ass, Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's supposed to be the new head coach for the Jets. I'm just saying, dog, I think the kids deserve better, and we need to stop fucking tampering until the season's over. And then you go hire my coaches. You go hire your coaches and do whatever you got to do. Al Golden's been in the league before. Al Golden understands it. He knows what it is. He's been a head coach at the Power 5 level. He gets it. The Bengals fired their guy. The Colts had hired their guy. The Bengals had an open job. Zach and Al are close. By the way, Kansas JUCO. So this is an issue. They knew each other, and that job was hired before the national championship game.
Interesting.
Let me ask you this, Smitty, not to break your line of questions.
No, you're good. It's perfect. You're good.
But the Indy hire, I don't understand that. Cincinnati was horrific defensively all year long. I don't understand how. I don't get that. So my thing is to you, like, what does Indy see, or what did they see during the year to say, you know what, this is the guy we're going at?
Yeah, I had the same question.
Fred, that's your point. That's Smitty's point. That's my point. This is a fucking who you know and who knows me business. He didn't do shit to deserve another job.
Yeah, I had the same opinion, so I try to do some quick research on it, just trying to make sure I'm not tripping. He's been there for, like, I guess 6 years. They say, the first few years were solid, and then the last few years is when things started to get bad. But a lot of the stories I'm reading is that people are blaming the Bengals personnel and saying that they were aging and not him. So they're saying he might be a good coach, he's not having the right personnel.
Right. But what personnel does Indy have that's going to jump start him again to being a great DC? Because I only watched a couple of Indy games.
He been in Cincinnati for now how long? 5?
I think it's 6 years, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Their defense has been absolute fucking shit for 6 years. When's their defense been great?
I don't want to lie. I don't want to cap it. So maybe Bailey can get some actual numbers.
We don't have to lie. Our eyes fucking work. They ain't won shit. They ain't done shit. Their defense been fucking trash. Their offense puts up.
They were really bad. We all agree.
For 3 years, the Bengals. for 3 years, the Bengals led the league in offense, and we're in shootout after shootout after shootout. If my offense is scoring 40 and I'm outscoring them 45-40 every week, that's not good defense.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm going to play it to my strengths, which is my fast-paced offense, scoring points. I need to know as a coordinator how to fucking adjust to that as a play caller on defense and adjust accordingly. The Bengals' defense has been shit. Even the Super Bowl year, they stymied the Rams in the Super Bowl because their pass rush was so goddamn legit. This last 4 years, they've had Hendrickson, and that's it. They have no complementary weapon, so I'm going to defend him in that regard. Okay, you have Hendrickson, and that's it. Let's be real on defense. So if we're going to say that, cool. But when you had all the motherfuckers on defense, just a few years ago, you still were pretty mid. So I don't know what he's done to deserve a job, and be real with you. But again, you take 2 steps forward, you take 3 steps back. It seems like what the Colts are doing right now with the QB situation and the DC hire. I don't know if Colts personnel is better than the Bengals. I assume it is. I assume the Colts personnel is better than the Bengals.
We got some cats, man. Kenny Moore. We got DeForest Buckner, Zaire Franklin. Like we got a handful of cats that's like you can
Hendrickson, no. You don't have a Hendrickson. I think Hendrickson's one of 3 guys in the league. I think he's that good, but that's me.
Yeah. We shall see, man. Listen, I hope he's good for my coach sake. I just don't understand it like you guys either. So, but yeah, let's move on to the next one, man. So like Deion Sanders, man. So update on where things stand with Deion Sanders and the Cowboys. So apparently nothing is scheduled yet with Coach Prime.
Hey, by the way, Smitty, stop to not to apologize, but
you good.
You see the stats last fucking 5 years?
Yeah, thanks, Babe.
They gave up 28 points a game. They had a drop in 21 to 22 points, and it's 27, and then this year 19.5. So they haven't been really that good. I don't, unless you think 28 points of defense is all right.
Was that 26, 28?
Maybe thinks that's great defense.
That's 26.5 in 2020, right? 20. Then was 22 in 2021.
Yeah, points wise, they were this year.
David, you just read those stats backwards. The Bengals defense got.
You read that wrong. I was about to say, yeah, you read that.
Say it again.
Ready? Come back in and correct him real quick.
Say it again.
So if we're looking at these stats, I believe he started last 5 years. 2020, they gave up looks like 19.4 points a game. That jumps to 27, 26 in 2022, 21 in 2023.
Oh, you said I read it backwards. Yeah. You said I read it backwards. Yeah. But the bottom line fact is it's shit. That's the bottom line. It's still shitty. So it doesn't matter what
Super
year.
Bowl year was what? What year was Super Bowl year?
Yeah, I could throw it at the wall and pick any year. They're shitty.
I think y'all both are reading it wrong. I actually think the numbers that Bailey just read was the points per game that the Bengals score. I think you both look at the opposition points per games, right? OPP points per game. I think we all fucking up right now.
That's their defense, Smitty. That's what they give up.
I think Bailey read another category, but don't worry about it. I think we all messed up. Defense been bad.
Fred, where you at with this? Fred, where are you with this? These jobs that are open right now. I got there's jobs open. The Raiders are the most prominent. Of course, the Cowboys are the most famous. And you got the Jets have yet to hire officially. You got the New Orleans Saints, and you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Where are you at with who fits the best in those situations?
To go to what Smitty was just talking about, and I hear all the hype. I'm reading the articles as well. I just don't see Deion going to Dallas. Jerry Jones does a lot of side press conferences, and I can see that getting really, really messy when he does one and he says something that Prime takes a different way, and then he's going to have one, and then it's just going to be, all over the place. So I just don't see that happening. Now, I can see him being a Raider. I can see him being a Raider. He is a Florida boy. I can see him being Jacksonville. I don't think Jacksonville's a good, spot because of the quarterback situation, because of Trevor Lawrence, stuff like that. And I think if he had his opportunity to coach his son again, I think that's what he would do. But out of all those jobs, man, I hear what you're saying, Coach, but I got to believe that Jacksonville is probably the better of the openings. because I don't think they're that far removed from challenging for the AFC. You know, they have what they call their franchise quarterback. Now they just got to put some pieces to protect him.
Yeah.
So I think
They got
Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas, a receiver. They got ETN and running back. They got a lot of weapons over there.
I think they are probably the star job out of all those. But I just, you know, again, who's going to be recycled, like you said earlier? Are they going to try to go get fresh blood? Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not hearing a lot of names. The New Orleans Saints special teams coordinator, I guess, is now the front runner now that Aaron Glenn's taken the Jets job. But if you remember the last half of the season when he took over, it was a slide. You know what I mean? And then, you know, if that's the best that's out there, you know, that's the best that's out there. But I just don't see a lot of that are just going to be jaw dropping. I think if Belichick had held on another 2 weeks, his name would be floating around in some of these situations as well. But, you know, again, I think the Jaguar job is probably the most intriguing with the biggest upside as of right now.
And to your point, Coach Fred, there is a quote from Ian Rappaport who said, kind of talking about the Dion and Cowboys situation. He said, nothing is scheduled yet with Coach Prime. I would be surprised, probably very surprised, if something did in fact get scheduled. But that won't stop everyone from talking about it until he signs a new deal with Colorado. So, yeah,
like, you know what? What's up, Coach?
Who excites you? Who excites you in this hiring pool? Nobody excites me. Nobody. Same motherfucker.
And that's the thing. And I just saw where somebody had mentioned a name, and I think his name is, I don't want to say blackball, but I think his name is as close to being blackball as you can say, you know, you can get. Because when we're talking about, and when we're talking about teams that have done something, units that were very good, no one talks about how good his defense was, but his defense was very good. We know who he is, so why wouldn't his name be floating in some of this stuff? But again, I don't want to say blackball, but he's probably as close to being that as well as you can be. And then there's other names out there that I think, you know, either for one reason or another don't want to move or not being talked about. And, you know, they talk about Tomlin leaving the Steelers. I just don't see that. You know, I don't see a team trading for Mike Tomlin. I just don't see that. First of all, it's crazy to think that a team would trade picks for a coach. But secondly, I just don't see Pittsburgh doing that. They've only had, 3 head coaches in their whole team existence? They're not going to get traded.
When they traded for Gruden back in the day, I knew when they traded for Gruden before anybody did that, I knew that, you know, that was a little loophole that people had, the owners only at the time knew about. And nobody else really knew about it. And then they traded for Gruden, remember? And everybody was like, wait up, we could trade for a coach? And so, Tom, I think Flores getting fucked over. That's just what my personal opinion is, because everything he said about the Miami Dolphins has come to 1,000% truth. So it's that's what bottom line. He said everything he said about everything in that organization is true. So some people say, oh, he made his bed because he told the truth. I love to go to bed at night knowing I told the truth all day. I don't know about you guys, but I guess when you're in the cancel culture, vultures, I guess that's what it is. So I don't know. Hey, Coach, real quick, we're talking about all this shit with Sam Darnold and what the Vikings do. They did, though, however, sign their head coach to an extension. How you feel about that?
I saw that. He did a great job, you know, to their best season ever. Now, that's going to be the interesting part of it, because they had just, like you said, J.J. McCarthy got hurt. Darnold played out his mind. Are you going to try to run that back? You got Daniel Jones' situation on your books as well. So, I mean, he's in a very, very interesting situation to figure out going forward. You got probably arguably the best top 3 receiver room in the league with those guys that you have. You have a really good tight end. Defensively, we just talked about how good they played. So, you know, I think the quarterback position is going to be really, really big for them to get it right, because if you get rid of Darnold and You keep Daniel Jones, but you hand it back over to JJ and it falls off the cliff. What now? You know what I mean? So Donald's proven. JJ, do you let him continue to learn? Or do you, like you said, you go ahead and hey man, hand over the keys to him and let happen whatever happens. But I think this is a good move on the Vikings. I think they had to do that.
To your point, though, if you're the head coach or you're the decision maker for the Vikings, who are you starting at the quarterback next year? Is it JJ? Are you going to go ahead, or are you going to stay with Sam to start the year?
I got to bring Sam back. I got to let JJ learn, but I can take a page from the Atlanta Falcons book. If Sam is halfway through and he's falling off the cliff, I already got my insurance right behind it. All right. Now I have a chance to insert him. I didn't understand the Daniel Jones deal when they did it. I didn't understand that money. But, they had the cap space to do it, make it work. But I got to, with the success you just had, I don't think you gamble all the way on JJ and not have, the guy that got you those 14 wins into place.
Got you. I agree, man. They should bring him back for sure and see if he can bring back that same type of level of play. Because the man was balling in the regular season up until the end of the year. So we shall see. But let's dive into these championship games, JB. I don't know if Coach Fred will be able to come back on later on this week, so I want to be able to get your thoughts. AFC Championship, we got Bills and Chiefs, and then on the NFC side, Commanders and Eagles. Man, we've been talking about Jaden Daniels and kind of praising him all show long and all week long, just about what he's doing is so special. And like I've said a couple of times already, I just haven't seen a rookie at quarterback play with so much poise and in the biggest moments and be able to, no matter if it's good or bad situations going on during the game, he's able to just stay even keeled throughout. And I think the Commanders are the most dangerous team left in the playoffs. And if I'm Philly, I'm hoping that Jalen Hurts' knee is right. I know his knee got hit last game, and they were talking about he might wear a knee brace coming into the game, and his arm hasn't been working that well in the playoffs. The thing that's been helping Jalen Hurts is his legs. So if he can't run, he ain't been throwing. Now you're leaning heavily on Saquon Barkley. And listen, he's been balling, but I don't know. That's a heavy load to carry. But just what's your thoughts on the championship games, and who do you like?
I mean, Jaden Daniels is who he is. If you go back to his LSU days, he was the same type of cat. You know what I mean? Watching him through the year, just even keel, made things happen when he needed to make them happen, didn't try to do too much. So, he's the same guy. This matchup is a little different to me because of those two games. My Commanders weren't able to stop the run. We just happened to, in that second game, we just happened to turn them over. Jalen Hurts goes out, and we were able to catch up. That first game, we were unable to stop Saquon, which I'm sure they're going to come back and do again. But to Coach's point in a couple earlier shows this week, if I'm Dan Quinn, man, we are going to put 13 people in the box, and we're going to make Jalen Hurts beat us. I mean, why not? We're going to make Jalen Hurts beat us.
Coach, how many?
I've been saying it.
13. We're going to put 13 folks in the box and make him beat us with his arm. And, we brought Lattimore here for this reason. You go take lockdown freaking Devontae Smith. We're going to double AJ. Everybody else, eyes on that running back, and let's make that guy taking the snap beat us. And if he beats us throwing it, he beats us throwing it. Good. Hey, congratulations, go win the Super Bowl. But we're going to put it on him.
Same shit. I'm just telling you, it's they're winning in spite of him, and I don't know how long that can last.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Let's talk about the other side, though. Bills and Chiefs, big-time matchup. The Bills have not had a chance or have struggled to beat the Chiefs when it matters the most, but they did beat them early in the regular season. How you feel about this game, Coach Fred?
I mean, until somebody beats, KC, man, I mean, they are who they are until somebody beats them. If Buffalo doesn't go in there and beat themselves, I think they have a shot because they play good defense. But, you can't have that one mistake, and then you can't let that one mistake become another mistake, which happens when you play Kansas City. it just compounds and it falls off the map because you go to thinking like, here we go again. So they've got to go in there, be mentally ready for anything, and defensively just then don't break and don't hurt yourself. And I think they got an opportunity. Weather's not going to be a problem because Buffalo plays where they play. So I think to Coach's point, we lived out there in that life in Kansas City, Missouri. But it ain't Buffalo, New York, when we're talking weather. So I think Buffalo will be fine in that aspect. Just don't hurt themselves, and I think they'll be all right.
This almost feels like when back in the days when the Colts and Peyton Manning finally got over the hump against the Patriots in that AFC Championship game. Patriots were blowing out my Colts early in the first half. Colts came back, got the W. Marlon Jackson gets the pick to finally make the Super Bowl, and Peyton got his first ring. I'm kind of getting similar vibes as the week goes on with the Buffalo Bills. Like, this might be the year they finally get over the hump. But to Coach Fred's point, it's hard to imagine it because the Chiefs keep winning. So it's like, damn, it's like no matter what happens, the offense can play bad. Defense can play bad. They can have injuries. Refs make crazy. Like, no matter what the scenario, they just keep winning. So it's hard for me to imagine the Chiefs losing because it's not happening. You know what I'm saying, JB? So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you right now, there's guys that are pulling themselves out of jobs right now, too, that I'm finding very interesting. Just looking at the news. The OC for Tampa has just pulled his name out of consideration for the Jacksonville Jaguar job. Something's going on in Jacksonville. I'm just keep it real. D. Jones and all you fanboys, something's going on with your team over there. Nobody wants to coach him. Nobody wants to coach him.
Yeah, because he's in Tampa.
I have a few reasons why. Number one, you got an overpaid, under-delivering quarterback that you're never going to be able to get from underneath contract-wise. So you cannot attract great talent around you when this is similar to what's happening in Frisco with Purdy and that roster. If you sign him, you're at the precipice right now. If you sign his ass, you're going to lose a lot. If you don't sign him and you just wait, then you can still build an old roster or a younger team around an old, aging roster. What are you going to do in Jacksonville? Because coaches don't want to go there. I'm just telling you. It is funny that they're still open for, like, it seems like they're at square one, round one, step one right now in the hiring process in Jacksonville. Like, that's what it's at. I just get that feel. But I also feel that in Vegas. I don't see that. I see Vegas the same way. Now, the good thing about Vegas is you have a guy named Tom Brady who could be very, very calculated behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Balky and the other fucking weirdo in Jacksonville is like out there with it. And everyone knows, like, they're playing like, they don't have no like hidden cards. Like, everything's out there. So Jacksonville seems like a bad situation right now. And it seems like a lot of guys are pulling out over there.
Jacksonville, get out my boy, Coach JB, man. We can get this thing rolling for cheap.
For the Chiefs.
They're scared of that.
Just throw 500,000. Good to go.
Get at us. Get at us. We know y'all watching. Get at us, Jacksonville.
Hey, play the game in the show real quick then. Who do you take in Jacksonville? Who's available that you could think of that takes that job, that fits that job?
I would have thought Cohen would have been because he's right down the street. He got Baker right. Trevor Lawrence. A bigger Baker, can be mobile with his feet, big arm. I would have thought he would have been a good deal for that. Cliff Kingsbury, his track record with the quarterbacks.
I heard he's not leaving. He said he's staying as another year. He's going to put all. At least I admire that he's got 2 feet in this Washington deal right now.
I love it.
How about Mike McCarthy?
No,
that's the only name that pops up to me because you cannot hire Crows and Eagles in Robert Saleh. You can't. You can't. You cannot hire Flores. As much as I like Flores, you can't.
It's back to the same situation.
You got a $250 million quarterback, dog. You have to bring in a quarterback guy. The only guy that I think fits Jacksonville is John Gruden. I'm going to be straight real. I'm just telling you straight real. That's the only guy that you can really bring in there, and it fits Trevor Lawrence. Other than that, Smitty, we're talking about
I like it.
We're talking about why we don't like him, but tell me a guy you like better. You can't.
Mike McCarthy.
He's the best guy for the job. Gruden is the best guy for the job.
I like the Gruden thing, but I ask you, I throw it back to you guys. Who's closer to being blackballed, Gruden or Flores?
Both. Like they've already said, though, I guess they're saying because of the lawyers involved that Gruden is hireable. He can't be blackballed as far as not being able to be hired. They've never said that Flores can't be hired. We just know the field, right? Like Gruden, though, I think Gruden's in the same deal. I think Gruden's very controversial with how he works. He works with, autonomy. He wants autonomy. He's been a GM. He's been a head coach. He wants to control the QB room, all those things. Interesting, though. I'm just telling you, he's the only guy that I would even consider for the job, right? Available right now. And then McCarthy would probably be 2. So that's just my opinion. You got to bring an offensive guy, though, with Sunshine. You can't bring a defensive guy over there because the OC and the OC in Jacksonville won't matter.
Oh.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to have the head guy there. The head guy there has to be the guy, in my opinion, that he's going to be the one that matters. So now, okay, Jacksonville, we go there. Smitty, who'd you say? McCarthy. You said who, Fred? You like Gruden too with me?
I like Gruden.
You like Flores?
Nah, just because of all the things you said, just like with Robert Saleh, you run into the same situation that both of those guys were in. Franchise quarterbacks and defensive guy. Hand it off. What does the franchise quarterback want to do? Throw the ball. So I don't think those are good mixes for Jacksonville, having Sunshine, as you just said, as the face of your team.
Yeah. New Orleans under snow right now. Who do you take there?
Jeez. I thought it was Aaron Glenn because they want to be a defensive-minded program. I thought it was going to be him, and then the Jets came out of nowhere, and I understand his history with the Jets because he played there. I think, Saleh would be a good fit for that, just because.
I like
they want to be a defensive spot. That's where they want to be at. So I think he'd be a good fit for that.
Yeah,
I like McCarthy. I like McCarthy in New Orleans. You've already had defensive coach. You haven't won since Sean Payton was there. You need another QB guy. You got Derek Carr, who's on an expiring contract. He's overpaid, under-deliver as well, in my opinion. But he's got big arm. He's very similar to Dak skill set-wise. He's athletic enough to move around, but he has big-time arm. He's actually, in my opinion, when he's on. He's as good as anybody, but he's another deer in headlights. You got to get a guy to work with him. I think you got Olave, you got some good weapons around you. I think you got to get an offensive guy in New Orleans too. That's my honest opinion. Real quick, Jets. If Aaron Glenn hasn't been named yet, we're going to consider he's still open. Other than Aaron Glenn, do you like anyone else?
Rex Ryan, bring him back home. Last time, just
he did interview, right? He did interview. Yeah, he did interview.
I just never saw that happening. Here's the issue, though, right? You hire another defensive guy, then you look at Woody. You look at Woody, and we know Aaron's gone. You hired Aaron Glenn. But I got to ask you, what is the fan base thinking? We just went through Saleh. We've had Rex Ryan. We've had these guys. We need an offensive guy, no?
But I think, you bring back Rex Ryan, I think they become somewhat energized again. That was really like the last time that you had success.
AFC Championship game. And Rex ain't going to take no BS from Aaron. He don't give a fuck. He gonna check him. He not solid. Ain't going to.
If Rex or Aaron Glenn is the guy, I just think Aaron Rodgers is gone.
Right.
Aaron's out of there.
Yeah, I think he's gone. If it's any one of those guys, he's gone.
And then the Raiders. The only name that comes to mind, West Coast guys, Pete Carroll. You guys got any other name?
Jason Brown.
They hired AP. AP. Shit, I got a better record than AP coaching. But anyway.
Man, I just don't.
Why stop, though, Smitty? Why stop? Being real. Let's be real.
That's your homie.
No matter. Why stop, though, when I said I got a better record?
That's no homie, though. You never blast a homie on a public platform. Your
See, that's the
platform's
problem.
too big.
Hey,
Your platform's
Fred,
too big
this
to do
is
that.
the problem. Fred, this is the problem. I just coached against AP in high school 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He was at Poly, I was at Cabrillo, and he had Juju, and he had Biggie, and he had all these NFL guys. We lost 3-0 to him. I had no NFL guys. So
it don't matter.
he never coached before that. And he never coached before that, and he's never coached since, but he played. This is the hiring problem. Smitty thinks because he was a player, he's automatically should be going to coach in the fucking NFL. It's a mockery, homie. He's a joke as a coach. He's my boy, but he's a joke as a coach. He never should have been a head football coach in the NFL.
You are crazy. You are an interesting friend. You will
do it, friend. I tell my friends the truth, homie. You talk
tell
about
them fucking one-on-one. Tell them tell the truth one-on-one. You don't go blast them on the damn show. If Coach Fred not gonna
I'm not blasting him. I'm not blasting him.
You said he's a joke of a coach. That's the way. What the hell?
He is.
I ain't blasting him, homie. If Coach Fred got her this struggle, I would never come on the show like Coach Fred's a joke of a coach. Nah,
well, then you're not a real friend.
You gotta get better.
You're not a real friend.
Come on, Coach Fred. You gotta be.
You're not a real friend. DMV living in DMV. All you guys in the chat. Here's what you guys are. You guys will lie to your homies and talk behind their back when they walk away. I'll tell my homies the truth in their face and praise them behind their back. You old bitch-ass motherfucker in the chat. So shut the fuck up. That's who you are. That's the problem. See, I'll tell AP in his motherfucking face, homie. You know you ain't supposed to be coaching.
No, you won't. I don't believe that.
Well, I have.
I don't believe you'll walk to Coach AP right now and be like, hey, homie, you are a joke of a coach. I do not believe that. Right-handed guy.
He's a name.
Dead homie, do not believe you say
He's a name. He's a name. He's a face. We got too many of those. We need coaches, homie, that are actual coaches. That's the problem. I'm just telling you. Fred, good to have you on.
As always.
Good to have you on. But hey, answer the question real quick, Smitty. Other than Pete Carroll, who you like?
Raiders.
Leslie Frazier, defensive guy. Been a head coach before, was really good. Good defenses in Buffalo.
I think he interviewed for the Cowboys. I think he interviewed for the Cowboys recently.
Did he?
I think he's just too. I think he's stale. When you say the name, it's stale though. Like Leslie Frazier,
Deion Sanders.
I like Raiders. Deion. I like Raiders. Deion.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that would be great. That would be a shot in the arm. That would be a shot in the arm, no doubt about it.
Yeah, bring that back
to me,
to the city. I'll be in Vegas every weekend.
Here's the problem, though.
Coach Fred, funny.
But why weren't you there? Why weren't you there with AP every weekend?
I don't know AP.
No, Matt, you don't know Deion.
I know Deion.
You see, motherfuckers, your narratives on me is comical, bro.
Bailey, and
hey, Fred.
Maybe had Deion on the show, homie.
Homie, how about Bofa? AP's a brother too.
Whoa! I just defended AP if you called him a joke of a person and a coach, homie. So I defended AP.
I didn't say person. I didn't say person. Stop making up lies, homie. I said coach. Stop making narratives up, homie.
Yeah,
stop fucking making up narratives. I said he's a coach. I know him personally. He's a fucking coach joke, not a human joke. So stop making up shit. And you'll go see Deion, but not Marcus Freeman.
Ooh.
Anyway, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
No. Anyway, why you making this about race?
Because I don't know why you wouldn't see AP, but Deion, you don't know either one of them. Same thing, though.
Deion is Deion, homie. What you mean? Why? It's different. They got nothing to do with race, homie.
Go support him, though, homie.
If you was in the Raiders, I would go. I'd be here every weekend because it's JB. What are you talking about?
That's my boy. You know me, though. You know me.
Cornell Pierce is not Deion, respectfully. We can all agree to that. So come on now. And nothing to do with race. You a race bear, homie. You a race bear like Ryan Clark.
Hey, Fred, I think AP and Deion got the same amount of Super Bowl rings.
Do they have the same amount of Hall of Fame jackets?
But I'm just saying, you didn't know either one of them. Hey, DFB, you a bitch, though, homie. So anytime you want to,
before you go, just know if you have a bad year, coaching, JB
I'll come to the DMV. I'll come to the DMV. You won't come to Compton, homie. You won't come to Compton, but I'll come to the DMV. Don't get it fucking twisted.
No, you won't, homie.
We'll see you tomorrow.
No, you won't.
It is going to be Truth Telling Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow on the realest show on planet Earth. Pound that like. Peace.